I was going to ask Roxanne if she was going to drop any profanity in the program today, and she's just not here, so I don't know if she'll answer my question at any point during the program. Did she? Hold on, let me check my text.
Yeah, I think she sent us a text 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I've been doing some preparation here. Might be late. Sick person at home. Oh, that's great. So now she's going to drag sick kitty cooties into the studio.
Oh, she's not that late. Here she is now. She's 30 seconds late.
All right. Well, Roxanne's walking in 37 seconds late.
We were all very concerned, Rox.
Well, I didn't see your text. I just said, as I opened up the show and you were not standing here, I said I was about to ask Roxanne if she's going to drop some profanity on the show today, if you're going to use some vulgar term for the male anatomy. Are you one that uses the C word for that or the D word?
Either.
Oh,
either.
so you.
I mean, no. I think more D word.
More D word?
Yeah, more D word. But in that instance, it was appropriate to use the C word.
I mean,
well, because of the terminology and the sort of the rhyme of the C with the block.
Right.
Right, and we're not talking about C block when it comes to some kind of prison architectural design of the A block, the B block, the C block, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, but Roxanne said C block on yesterday's show, and, well, C is short for the actual word that she used, and you let that roll off your tongue like you don't have a care in the world. like you don't even realize that you were not allowed to or supposed to say that word in that context on the radio.
I don't know. For a brief moment, I just was like, I thought it was a common term. And again, it goes back to being like a rooster, a team people root for.
No,
I know it's not in that instance.
Don't
but
you insult farmers. Don't you try to rope them into it.
The video is available on MJTV. Also, Andrew, did you use that as a video for our little truncated video segment? You did. Okay. So that's posted up on MJ Morning Show on Instagram, correct? So, yeah, if you go to Andrew, did you post that on MJ Morning Show Instagram? Is that where it is? Hello?
I don't remember if that was what I used yesterday.
So yesterday,
how do you
but
not
I believe
remember?
it's on YouTube.
How do you not remember what you used yesterday?
Well, there were a bunch of videos I pull. And
Okay, all right.
so yesterday after the show,
So wait, can you do me a favor? Can you confirm during this opening segment, since I'm talking about, tell me where I can tell listeners to watch the video, because Roxanne utters this profanity on the air, and I had a quick, you could see me. I mean, I like jerk as quickly as possible to push the dump button, which is off to my right, and I did cut the profane word off of the air where it counts, but it still lives on the MJTV video feed, also lived on the MJ Morning Show podcast. And I do you have it on Facebook as well, Fester?
Yeah, so yesterday after the show, 15 hours ago,
Yeah.
I went to MJTV on YouTube and recorded this off of that feed.
Oh, you did?
And I cut it down to like 50.
Well, hold on a minute. You barely know how to operate the power windows in your car. How did you
Froggy taught me.
How do you what?
Oh, did I?
Froggy taught me. He's like, because Froggy only posts
How do you
clips of,
truncate it? You edited a video? I mean, this seems to be well outside of your wheelhouse.
Froggy posts videos of only his funny stuff.
Right.
And he puts it on his personal Facebook
I
page.
promote myself.
He puts it on his personal Facebook page that only like 8 people see. So
18 at least.
Okay. So, but if you record your phone, like you could record your screen. I didn't know you could do this
Screen
until very
recording.
recently.
Is the quality good?
Yes,
it's
well, yeah.
good.
Your
All right,
phone
roll it.
records
Let me
itself.
play the audio for the early
God.
crowd. Let me play the audio of exactly what happened. Roll it. Go ahead. And you got to hit the audio.
Where is that?
I have no idea.
I don't know
See,
either.
you don't even know how to turn the damn.
I don't.
You don't even know how to turn the damn audio on.
It works though.
Like, no, it doesn't work.
Well,
I've got the internet up. It
Just
doesn't
go
work.
to IG
Is there
and
a
go to my page
Home
because.
blocking?
Yeah, home
Okay,
block.
okay, we can think about this. I know what
Jen's-
cock blocking is.
Here on
hold on a
Instagram.
minute. She just
All
said
right,
it
so
again.
June,
She said-
I just had a wait a minute. I said it.
Oh my
It's not
gosh.
censored.
No, because I gave the people what they want.
No, I
just dump that?
Who wants to hear the censored?
I just had to dump it again.
Who wants to hear
I
the
did-
censored
Oh my
version?
God.
Well, why would you tell me it's not censored?
I didn't know it was playing yet. I was about to tell you, hey, it's unedited.
I thought it was censored.
So, in the last-
I just had to hit the dump button again.
Yeah, I thought you were going to play the censored one.
in
Why would
the-
you play the not
So
censored
why would you
one?
let me play the uncensored version?
I was about to tell you.
Why, about to tell me.
Because the audio was down.
I hit the dump button again.
The audio was down. Listen.
What the hell?
So I titled it. I go, what did Roxanne?
We're off to a hell of a start here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105 on a Thursday morning, which feels like a Wednesday morning.
We're
but
just blocking ourselves out of a
oh
job
my
here.
God.
So I wrote on the Facebook page, what did Roxanne say this morning that caused MJ to hit the dump button?
Right.
And I said, I think her mind lives in the gutter all the time. And then I put the clip up. And it's 53 seconds of MJ getting into house blocking or home block. What was it? House block?
Home blocking.
Home blocking.
yeah.
And then Roxanne just...
Yeah. Is that
blurting.
like bleep blocking? And I'm like, you can't say that. I hit the dump button. Yes, Rox.
Oh, you can also see it on my Instagram. I put it on my stories and people love it. And they particularly love your reaction. That's what everybody was saying. Like, oh my gosh, did you see how fast he hit that?
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
boom.
So dramatic when he hits the button.
You know what it was
Yes.
like? It was like one of those like lizard or reptile tongues that grabs a bug.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking? It's like
Yes.
By the way, I'm doing that on MJTV so you can see my lizard tongue come out, my forked lizard tongue come out of my face.
So appropriately, Andrew had the camera on MJ at MJ's mic position, and you could see him going from regular morning show banter to whoop.
What did you just say? What the hell's going on here? All right, so that was a little excitement on the MJ Morning Show yesterday. Hey, Fester,
Yes.
I want to see how alert you are.
In general or something specific?
I just want to see how good of an endorser you are.
Great.
What do you mean by great? I got a little test for you.
Okay.
In a few minutes.
Yes.
The moment we get back, this is just the opening of the MJ Morning Show. This is just a little taste of the rambunctiousness that's coming today on this program. But I got a little test for Fester. Oh, and Froggy, I've got something for you as well.
Okay.
I don't know if I can squeeze it into the next segment. I got to figure out. I've got something that I need to address with you
I'm excited.
here on the program. So hang on. As we just get rolling on a Thursday morning, it's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. You don't want to miss 1 minute of today's MJ Morning Show broadcast. 6:08, traffic's on. Here's Pat with the latest. Back in a sec. Show. I want to do the whole show talking like Shaggy and not like the Zoink Scoob, it's me, Shaggy. No, not that Shaggy, but the kind of the Shaggy voice.
Oh, Shaggy.
Shaggy voice.
Mr. Lover.
Yeah.
Mr. Lava.
Oh, that was good.
No, that's good.
Rogel.
Hey, you got the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105, MJ and the crew. Help us out with the MJ 3 a day. Tell 3 people today you listen to the MJ Morning Show and that they should listen to the MJ Morning Show. Tell 3 people, give the MJ Morning Show a shot, because inevitably you know people that don't listen to us, maybe don't even know about us if they're newer to the area, or maybe they didn't know we were back after a hiatus, but we've been back almost 3 years. But still, we haven't had the degree of marketing that I would have liked. We've done a couple of billboard campaigns, but I would have liked more, still like more, but we'll see what happens. So I'm relying on you. I'm relying on word of mouth to grow the show even more. So it's the MJ 3 a day. Please tell 3 people that you listen to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Now, Roxanne, can you clarify, and then I've got a little quiz for Fester. Can you clarify something for me, please?
Sure.
At 5:54 this morning,
Mm-hmm.
you texted, might be late, and you were. You walked in 37 seconds late. You texted, might be late, sick person at home.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can we get some more information on that? Because, COVID is flying all over the place. I've known like a dozen people in the last, month or so that have come down with COVID. We've had people inside this building have the latest strain of COVID. So who the hell is sick at your house, and what are the symptoms? What's going on?
Doug is sick. He has the man flu.
Sounds like freaking COVID to me.
No, the
Oh,
man
my
flu is like when the whole household stops because you're sick, but when you're a mom, the household continues because, men are just dramatic.
Hold
when
on.
they're sick.
Well, what is he sick with? That's the question.
He's sick with a hoarse voice, and he just wanted to go to bed early last night, and then this morning...
Is his voice sound like this? Being a little hoarse. And Doug.
And Mr. Ed.
So the sickness, whatever it is run through my household already.
Roxanne,
Oh, my God. So the whole house is sick?
Yeah. Well, first it was Daviana. You guys remember this? She threw up in my face.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So she was sick with the throw up, the fever,
Right.
the hoarseness, the cough, all of that stuff. Then she passed it to her sister, but her sister's a sturdy horse, and so she.
Whoa.
Only
Her
had-
sister's what?
I call her my sturdy horse. Or
A
my,
sturdy
Yeah, 'cause
horse?
she doesn't knock
Who
on
the
wood.
hell calls their kid a sturdy horse?
What a compliment.
What is that?
He's like a thoroughbred.
A sturdy horse.
Yeah,
Kids-
she's my sturdy horse. Knock on wood. She doesn't really. She's like has strong, stuff bounces off of her. So she just had a little cough. That's all she had.
She's
But
a little roughneck.
She's right, exactly. So then Doug has whatever the girls have had, but I have not had it. And
Have you
believe me,
tested anybody for COVID?
they don't have COVID.
How do you know?
doesn't
I
feel
don't
it.
know,
I don't know.
You don't know.
But I don't know. But I'm quite sure that okay. Daviana had a fever. Evelyn J did not have a fever. Doug does not have a fever. Isn't the fever usually indicative of COVID? Daviana is 3, so she's going to get a bazillion things. She's building her immune system. So I'm not worried about our family having COVID. If Doug gets a fever, I'll test him for COVID. But I don't think that's the issue. And then I have been exposed to all of them in my face, sneezing in my face, throwing up in my face, and I am fine.
Well, let me give you a round of applause. All right, well, I'm glad you're okay.
You and your sturdy horse kids.
Sturdy horse.
That's what I call her.
How awkward is that?
All right, kids, for dinner tonight, we'll have hay.
Yes. You're my likable llama.
My sturdy horse and my likable llama.
You're my bastard badger.
Don't llamas spit?
What?
They do.
Llamas do spit.
And the little kids spit on her, right? And throw up
Through,
on her.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
the
is
little
a
kids, the
lovable
likable
llama.
All right, Fess, all fun and games till you can't answer this.
Okay.
What having to do with one of your endorsements is notable today?
Well, since there's only one of Fester's endorsements, you have to be talking about Circle K.
That would be correct.
Yes. of which I stopped by this morning and got my Circle K cup of coffee.
Oh, look at that.
Delicious.
Fester's holding up his Circle K. Did you get this on video, Andrew? Do you have it?
Wow.
All right, look
Actually,
at that.
I'll hold it up next to my head the whole show.
Right.
If you have not yet joined the Circle K Inner Circle,
Yeah, Fester
you download
is
the app right now.
Fester's a Circle K endorser.
Yes.
How long is that a whole year endorsement?
No,
Like-
it was a quarter.
okay, so it's a quarterly endorsement. All right, and
Did you get your one free?
Well, when you download the Inner Circle app, you buy 5, you get the 6th one free. and
Fester in the Circle K.
and you save like 25
Andrew,
cents a gallon on gas.
Andrew, can you pull that audio clip of Fester doing the Circle K commercial with his slobber mouth
Yes.
going on, where he's like, one,
Buy 5 and get the
sixth one. And I've asked him for 2 freaking months to recut the commercial because you sound all slobber mouthed in the commercial, and you never re-recorded the commercial for Circle K.
No, they are very, very happy with the commercial.
Yeah, they want more. In fact, they wanted more. Here, listen to this. Andrew pulled
Plus,
the audio.
when you buy Circle K products, you get every 6th one free.
Every 6. All right, one more time. Roll it again. One more time. Go ahead.
Plus, when you buy Circle K products, you get every 6th one free.
Every 6 one.
jeez. Slobber. Oh.
Free.
Play it again. Listen to the beginning. There's even some juice at the beginning.
Oh. All right, roll it again. Go.
Plus, when you buy Circle K products, you get every 6th one free. Plus, when you buy Circle K products, you get every 6th one free.
Every
Awful.
6th. So Froggy said "thufferin' thuckatash."
Yeah.
So, which was very appropriate. So, Fester, let me go back to my original question. Do you have any reason why I would be bringing up your Circle K endorsement this morning?
You would like for me to download the Inner Circle app on your phone so you can save 25 cents a gallon on gas?
Well, you can do that.
And get your
That's
6 one free. You get some delicious hot dogs,
you don't
rollers.
hold on. You don't. I'm surprised they didn't have you record this.
Oh God, what happened at Circle K?
I am looking at. I'm looking at a news story here, and it's the Circle Day 30 cents off per gallon of gas day.
Today?
Apparently so.
Whoa.
Circle K announced that stations across the state will be offering a 30-cent discount. Customers who go to Circle K, these are participating Circle K stores, will get the discount on gas between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Thursday, today. From 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., customers can save 50% on food and beverages.
That's cool.
Yeah, these are participating locations. They'll also hand out fuel discount cards. The cards will be valid from September 1 to December 31st. Customers can always save 10 cents if they sign up for their Easy Debit Pay deal. Now, they had originally planned this gas discount day for August 31st, but they had to postpone it because of Hurricane Idalia. So it's today. How did you not know? You're a Circle K endorser. You didn't even know about this.
So you know what? I got an email because I'm a member of the Inner Circle Club.
And guess what?
About the
Hold on. Stop. You could have saved 50% on your coffee, but you showed up before 6 a.m. You showed up in the 5 a.m. hour, so you didn't get that coffee you're holding up for 50% off.
paid $2 for a coffee instead of $1.50.
You could have paid less.
So yeah, 50% off of coffees and 50% off of like roller items like hot dogs and the prepared food.
the
that they
prepared
have
foods, yeah.
And then 30 cents off a gallon. Wow.
Right.
50% off electrical vehicle charging. What?
Well, look at that. So today, dude, how am I? You're the Circle K endorser, and I got to tell you about this stuff today.
So I got an email about this a couple of weeks ago.
And you ignored it?
No, that it was August 31st.
Right.
But I didn't know that they postponed it because of the hurricane.
Yeah, because it was in the middle of a hurricane.
Yeah.
So they postponed it until today.
Guys, there's a hurricane
Hold on.
coming.
You didn't get a follow-up email? Guess what? You did.
I get a lot of emails.
Yeah, it's in your email box, and you ignored the rescheduling of the date.
Most of the emails I get from Circle K is how happy they are with my endorsement and my botched commercial.
Yeah.
And
more slobbermouth, please.
they want to,
It's like the new more cowbell. You know, more cowbell, more slobbermouth in Fester's commercials, please.
Fester, can we cut that again? Only more slobbery.
All right, go ahead.
More sloshy.
More sloshy.
Go ahead.
In the new Circle K in the Circle Club, enjoy.
Yeah, I got a fever.
No,
buy 5, you get 6 for free.
I didn't say hair lip. I said
Yeah.
slobbermouth.
Get a deviated rectum over there?
Both ends.
All right, 6:29 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back in minutes, we shall dive into the early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Yeah, good pile of early morons, and that's next. You know what's great about Plan B air conditioning? Here we go. Some early morons in the news. Oh, look at this. Running about a minute and change early here. Man, that's pretty damn rare. All right, 6:39 at the MJ Morning Show. Some deliciously good morons in the news. How about this one first? Person dies after two driverless cars block ambulance on the way to hospital. Isn't that just fantastic?
No.
Let's hear it for driverless car. Do you remember we had a story last week? I think it was last week, or maybe it was about that driverless shuttle bus in Orlando. Second day on the job, it smashes into a bus driven by a human. Do you remember we did that story?
Yeah.
Orlando has some kind of new ugly-looking driverless shuttle that navigates the streets, I think, of downtown Orlando. And the damn thing, second day, of operations, the driverless shuttle bus smashes into the rear of a real Orlando City Transit bus.
It's called the Swan Shuttle.
Yeah.
And the Swan smashed into the back of a regular bus.
What happens when you say swan backward?
Nalls.
Yeah. Hell no's. Hell no's. Hell no's am I going on that bus? Man. All right, so a person has died because 2 driverless cars out in California blocked an ambulance. Authorities allege that 2 self-driving cars blocked the path of a California ambulance heading to the hospital where the patient ended up dying, according to reports. They were in part blaming the driverless vehicles for the person's death.
Well,
So you can't blame a human then. Who are we mad at? Which human? Are we mad at Elon Musk?
Whoever, well, we don't know. Hang on, let me get a little deeper here and tell you what we know. So this happened in San Francisco. The San Francisco Fire Department said the patient was a pedestrian who was hit by a car. I don't know if that was a driverless car or a drivered car.
Just irony all the way around.
Bleeding heavily, significant lower body extremity injuries. Ooh, this is terrible. When we arrived at the scene, the only open lanes for egress from the call were blocked by 2 cruise vehicles. So the cruise,
they're taxis.
That had stopped and were not moving or leaving the scene. They were unable to leave the scene initially due to the cruise vehicles not moving and blocking the way. The delay, no matter how minimal, contributed to a poor patient outcome. The fire department wrote in records obtained by Forbes magazine. The patient died 20 to 30 minutes after reaching the hospital, but Cruise, the company behind the driverless cars, is disputing the San Francisco Fire Department's claims. Oh, really?
This kind of sounds a little bit like fake news.
On August 14th, 2 Cruise AVs encountered an active emergency scene at an intersection in which a pedestrian had been hit by a human-driven car.
Good.
The first, what do you mean good?
I mean, I would hate for driverless cars to be responsible for the accident and responsible for holding the guy up from getting to the hospital.
The first vehicle promptly clears the area once the light turns green, and the other stops in the lane to yield to the first responders who are directing traffic. Yeah, the cars are programmed, I would imagine, in some ways to respond to emergency vehicles. Throughout the entire duration, the AV, I guess autonomous vehicle, is stopped. Traffic remains unblocked. I think we got a total he said, she said here.
If it took this car a couple of seconds to get out of the way, the hospital had this guy for a half an hour. If they would have had him for 31 minutes, they would have saved his life? No.
It's like that awful 80s movie. Remember when all the cars and equipment came to life and just killed people?
What the hell movie was that?
Like, I remember a big semi-truck with like a clown face on it.
Was that a Stephen King movie?
No. Well, maybe it
It
was.
was probably Christine.
No. Every car in the town came to life and ate people.
What do you no,
Yes,
you're
they did.
making this up.
I'm not.
What movie was it then?
Somebody's seen this movie.
I want to see Rotten Tomatoes.
I found it. Maximum Overdrive.
Yes.
See, when you type in
That is the
80s
name.
movie car comes to life, Maximum Overdrive is the first one that comes up.
There you go. I'll take your apology.
Hold on. So it
wanna see
is.
the trailer?
Wait a minute. It is Stephen King as well. Hold on, Andrew, chime in here. Yes.
he wrote and directed it.
Oh, okay.
So Maximum Overdrive was also Stephen King.
Ooh, look who looks like about 100 yards of a horse's ass. You.
Well, you're the guy that didn't know any of the facts.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
You just knew the premise of the movie. You couldn't name
I've
it.
seen the movie.
Wait. Stephen King has Christine, which comes to life essentially,
And in this one,
and
every
then,
car comes
and then
to life.
Maximum Overdrive.
Dude,
Yeah,
watch the trailer.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Is this the trailer?
It is.
All right, Fred
Oh my
Fesser.
gosh.
I play the
Look
trailer.
how awesome this movie is. You
Hit
should watch
play.
this.
Go ahead. Hit play. From De Laurentiis Entertainment Group.
Hi. My name is Stephen King.
Oh, God.
I've written several motion pictures, but I want to tell you about a movie called Maximum Overdrive, which is the first one I've directed.
Machines.
The ATM was killing a guy.
Machines come to life.
People have directed Stephen King novels and stories. And I finally decided if you want something done right, you ought to do it yourself.
Car just smashes into a restaurant. And then now a truck is driving by
Does it look
itself.
awesome?
First picture isn't directed.
This looks like maybe the worst movie ever made.
I sort of enjoyed it.
I sort of enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Look, lawnmower ate a guy.
Lawnmower runs over a guy.
I just wanted someone to do Stephen King right.
You want a war? You got one.
Oh, this looks terrible.
Aren't you glad you watched it?
Oh, is Emilio Estevez in it?
Yeah, it is.
Starring a young Emilio.
How have you
Emilio
guys not seen that movie?
I've never seen this movie.
It's awesome and exactly like the story.
Dude.
Those two cars killed that guy.
All right,
It was planned.
let me move along here. This is crazy. You have a Chicago TV crew doing a live report on armed robberies, and they are robbed of their TV equipment during the report.
Come on.
I'm not making this up. A TV news crew in Chicago was robbed. They were covering a string of armed robberies and carjackings that had occurred over the weekend. According to WLS, a reporter and photojournalist with Univision were about to do a live shot in the 1200 block of North Milwaukee. I know where that is. When a black SUV and a gray sedan pulled up, 3 armed suspects in ski masks got out, took their belongings, and stole their TV camera.
Wow.
They're about to do a live shot for the morning show for the Univision, a TV station affiliate in Chicago, and their equipment gets jacked during a live shot.
How awesome would it have been if they would have gone to that camera, but it was rolling inside the car, and you see the guys who stole it, like, come on, let's get out of here.
Or they actually stole it just before the live shot. What if they would have, like, jacked the stuff during the live
Yeah,
shot?
that's what I was thinking.
It was
That would've been
it was
easy to do.
just before the live shot. The news crew was reporting from the same block in which a woman was carjacked the night before. According to Chicago police, robbery crime wave occurred in the area of Wicker Park and Bucktown. Seems all bucked up to me. And yeah, that's crazy. You know, those TV cameras, those cameras can be 20, 30, 40 grand. I don't know, whether they had a nice Panasonic or if they had an Ikegami or one of the high-end Sonys, or I don't know if they sent these Univision reporters in the field with some cheap prosumer, Sony unit at $3,500. I don't know. But some of those TV cameras, man, those can get very, very expensive. I know that, I've got a couple of old TV cameras on my, trophy shelf at home because, I started, my first gig was in TV. I was 13 years old and I worked for my dad's friend's TV production company, Video Image Productions in Virginia Beach. Actually, they were in Chesapeake, but in the Virginia Beach area. And I was 13 years old. I'm pulling cable for the Bishop Ellie Willis Sunday morning church show.
Nobody would rob Ellie Willis.
In Portsmouth. Yep, absolutely.
Not during the service.
My first job was as a bag boy, and I have a shopping cart on my trophy case.
And then I did some weekend TV shooting for Wavy TV 10. And I picked up over the years. I picked up some of these old classic TV cameras, which are great little I guess conversation. No, it's not a waste of money. It's conversation pieces. I've got an Ikegami HL79. I've got an A and I've got a D model.
Ooh.
Yep. And then I've got an RCA TK76 classic. That's that blue camera that you see.
Oh, yeah.
When they shoot period pieces from the late 70s into the early 80s. Yeah, you'll see that light blue TV camera, and that's an RCA TK76, yeah.
I'm sure these thieves would love to have that in their collection.
Yeah. Can you imagine, though? You're doing a live shot of your crap gets hello, studio, hello, control room. We're not going to be able to go live. Our camera was just ripped off at gunpoint.
I think ever since
Son
that
of a-
one girl had that unfortunate incident when she was live, I think they should cancel all live shots.
You mean the grape lady?
Yes, that girl.
The lady when she's smashing grapes up in Atlanta and she
Yes.
falls off and...
After that lady.
and she sounds like a seal because she couldn't
They're just too
breathe.
dangerous.
She got the wind knocked out of her. Yeah.
Oh, you think they're too dangerous? Just
Yeah.
live shots ought to be canceled everywhere, right?
I saw Charlie Belcher the other day wearing a Kevlar vest. He was at like some bar in Gulfport.
6:49 at the MJ Morning Show. Some early morons in the news. When we get back, got a couple of things we got to deal with, including something that we did live on the air. We have apparently a death attributed to something we demoed on the air. We did this a couple of months ago. We all did this live on the show, and now we have somebody that has died because of this challenge. Hold on. Hang on. I'll get to it all next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. You got the MJ Morning Show at Q105 702 here with MJ, myself. I got Froggy, I got Fester, I got Roxanne. And it wasn't too long ago. Fester, think about that. Do you know where I'm going with this? Do you know what I'm talking about? We did something. We all took part of a little bit of a little demo live on the air. There was some story about this, and we all tried something live on the air. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know exactly what
All
you're
right, well,
talking
why don't
about.
let's not waste any more time. What am I talking about?
I think it was only Roxanne that tried it.
I think we did it 2 times, to tell you the truth.
Was it that super crazy, ridiculously hot,
Right.
insanely nuts-ass hot nacho chip?
Yes.
I don't think I tried that.
I'm going to answer
Yeah.
only in sound effects from now on.
That's actually fantastic.
It is. It's that Pocky, P-A-Q-U-I, that Pocky one chip challenge. And it's this one large, like, tortilla chip that is dipped in, like, the hottest ghost pepper, death pepper, whatever they call it. And they sell, like, one chip for $9. It was like
Yeah.
$8.99 or something.
I think I bought them just under $10. I bought a couple of them, but
Where'd you go to buy those, by the way? Was it 7-Eleven or something?
no, it
Circle
was
K?
It was Circle K. Circle K.
I just want to see how quickly you would say Circle K since you endorse Circle
Are you
K.
kidding me? No,
Yeah.
it was I think it was a 7-Eleven that I bought the chip set, but they were like $9.99, and I bought like
Yeah.
4 of them, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Why'd you buy 4?"
What's wrong with you? You spent $40 on these chips. I'm like, return them, man. Just
I'm returning
$40
them.
bucks.
I like to make a return. Who makes a return at 7-Eleven?
Well, here is, you know what? This roller hot dog was not up to my specifications. I want to return this half-eaten hot dog. All right, so a Massachusetts teen. This is a sad story. Massachusetts teen dies after taking part in that one chip challenge. It is awful. And the challenge goes, how long can you last without eating or drinking something else to gain relief after eating the Pocky One Chip Challenge? A Massachusetts 14-year-old died on Friday last week, hours after he took part in the One Chip Challenge. And the teen's family believes that it was the chip challenge that contributed to his sudden death. Harris Wolabaugh, a sophomore at Doherty Memorial High School in Worcester, Massachusetts, consumed the spicy Pocky chip at school, quickly developed a stomach ache. According to his mother, Wolabaugh was picked up by his family, brought home. He started to feel better, but was later found passed out
Jeez.
at the house as he was going to go do basketball tryouts. Rushed to a nearby hospital, and he was pronounced dead. What the bleep? Cause of death not confirmed yet. Autopsy results are still pending. Wolabaugh's mother, Lois, told NBC 10 in Boston that she believes her son died from complications due to the spicy snack. Oh, man, are they setting up a lawsuit against the Pocky chip, which is sold by Amplify Snack Brands?
All right, how does this guy die from this?
The chips company warns on its website eating the chip could have adverse medical effects. Part of the challenge tests how long a person who ate the chip can last before trying to, drink milk or something else to try to get the spice out of their mouth. The Pocky brand says on its site that the chip should only be eaten by adults. It also advises people should seek medical assistance if they have trouble breathing, fainting, or prolonged nausea. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap and do not touch your eyes,
Golly, what a pain.
or else you could end up maybe with like pink eye or red eye or something.
Yeah,
No, burn the hell out of your eye.
pink eye would be the least of your problems.
Yeah, isn't pink eye duty eye?
Yeah, that was like
Yeah, it's like
different kind of
it's like
contamination.
little kids that like touch their eyes like with duty fingers. Yeah, they get pink eye.
That's why I used to fart on Fester's pillow and give him pink eye all the time.
That's not.
Oh.
You're disgusting.
What?
What are you doing?
That's
It's-
how you get it.
it's-
I used to do it to my buddies.
It's 7:07 in the morning.
Listen, I'll
And-
tell you right now, that's what built up my pink eye immunity. Is Froggy tainting my pillow.
Oh, will you stop it?
I mean, it
stop.
stunk.
How did he have access to your pillow?
I used to
Oh,
keep-
you'd bring it in.
I used to keep a bed in the office.
Will you, guys, stop, please. You guys are juvenile delinquents.
Whenever I thought I would sleep in late for work, I would drive in the night before fully dressed and
Anyway,
sleep in the office.
terrible story. 14-year-old kid. I mean, he's a good-looking kid, and, well, it has to be something else. Did the chip bring on some type of a congenital issue or some type of an allergic? I guess we have to wait for the autopsy. I haven't seen any update on this.
You know how you hear about these young
Do me a favor, Fester.
people.
Andrew, do me a favor. Fester,
Yeah.
you can't search worth a damn.
No, I can't.
Andrew, can you? Fester, you can barely operate, his car steering wheel, let alone a computer.
I'm amazed I'm here.
All right. Hey, Andrew, do me a favor. See if there's an update, because this was last Friday, and the story was out a couple of days ago, earlier this week. We had the holiday and everything. See if there's any update out of Boston on the autopsy results. Because it had to be something. It couldn't be the one chip spicy challenge that took this kid out.
You know how you hear about these healthy young people who die while they're playing basketball,
Yeah.
and they have a heart issue.
Yep.
You know,
Hey, LeBron's son.
Yeah.
Bronny.
Yeah, LeBron's son, I think, didn't it also come out during the holiday weekend or recently? Fester, see if you can search that. Andrew, is there any update on the chip kid? Nothing? There's no update whether there are any autopsy results. But LeBron James' son, I saw a recent story that apparently they've determined that his collapse at practice was a congenital. Look at this. When did this come out? This came out, it came out during the hurricane. That's why we didn't get to it on the show. Bronny James, son of LeBron, has a congenital heart defect, according to the family. Is that going to prevent him from, playing, additional college ball and going pro in the NBA? It might.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Yes.
you're the son of LeBron James and the expectations are through the roof for you? And your career is dashed, your hopes are dashed because of a congenital. That'd be awful. That's like
And his dad lasts 25 years in the league.
that's like an Alanis Morissette ironic song, verse.
It is like rain on a wedding day.
I'm telling you, that's like an ironic song verse.
Your dad
Festus, shut up.
is LeBron James.
All right, Festus, stop.
You have a heart defect.
I'm turning your mic off. Stop
Spencer,
it.
you are
that is
unhinged today.
awful, dude. What?
I didn't make the Alanis.
I turned your mic off. Stop.
make the
I'm
joke.
not letting you do that. That is awful. Listen, you've got no filter whatsoever.
What?
If you were an air conditioning, if you were an air conditioning filter, you would be the worst filter on the market.
Yeah.
Let's
You'd be
explain.
all wide.
So-
You'd be one big
The
hole.
line
my
would go, your
God.
dad is LeBron James.
Stop it!
Yeah,
No.
Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
have a heart defect. You can't play the next day. Or you don't go to the NBA.
Oh,
Somebody get Alanis on the line.
You know what? That is.
Isn't it ironic?
I can't condone this behavior.
you're pretty funny.
So
today.
I could think of a much worse outcome for Bronny James
Awful.
instead of not playing basketball.
Yeah,
Where the
for
hell?
real.
I've lost track of where the hell
We're
was I?
talking about the kid who died of the chip.
Okay, thank
and
you.
that chip is so spicy, it had to have spurred some other condition in him.
Well, someone was asking, because the makers of the chip issue the medical disclaimers, do they even have a chance at a lawsuit? Is that even possible? And I'm asking myself, why do you make a product that can potentially harm people really badly?
I don't know. Ask
Like this
cigarette
chip.
companies.
Well, that's
Well,
true.
ask the cigarette companies. Yeah.
ask the alcohol companies. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
so listen, they put their warning out. Listen, you give me a good lawyer, and there's gonna be a big settlement in this.
Guess what? You've got hot sauces, you got spicy foods out there. I mean, listen, there's not a problem with the product. It's a novelty item, and the fact is, let's wait and see what the autopsy says. But it's it's a terrible, terrible story. Hey, I got a quick little quiz for you guys. How many cars are available in the United States with a price tag under $20,000? How many cars available in the United States? We're talking about new cars.
New cars?
New cars from a dealer, a brand new car.
Talk about literally how many cars?
0.
Well, that's incorrect.
Well, I didn't go over.
I bet she did not go over. You're
Good
right.
job.
I mean, I can think of I think Nissan makes a really.
new car!
I'm sorry. I think Johnny Olson or whoever the hell that was, Rod Roddy.
Was that Rod Roddy?
That,
That
might have
was
been-
Rod.
that was Rod Roddy.
A new car!
All right. So how many cars, Fester?
I think Nissan makes a small car. I think Kia does too. Maybe what 5?
Nope.
Not 5 physical cars.
There is only one.
One.
There is only one car under $20,000.
I won, Fester.
Yep. The Mitsubishi Mirage is the last car available in the United States with an average purchase price under $20,000, according to Kelley Blue Book. One car. That's it.
I'll get a dope-ass Mitsubishi Mirage.
In July, the Mitsubishi Mirage average transaction price was $19,205 for
A new car!
and that's the last one under $20,000. All right, when we get back, folks, we do an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. In fact, it's usually more. It's usually like an hour and 22, sometimes an hour and 25 minutes. We have no interruptions next. No commercials, no music. It's nonstop MJ Morning Show content. Roxanne, you need to thank me for something, apparently.
Oh,
You
I
said-
want to thank you for good behavior yesterday
All right,
on air.
So hold on to that thought. Roxanne wants to thank me for something. Froggy, I got to show you something, and I'm.
Oh, yeah? You gonna show me something, tough guy?
I think you're getting run over. I think you're getting steel-toed construction boots in your face, or someone's walking on your face with golf cleats. And I'll explain next. We got a lot of stuff. An hour and 20 minutes to fill with entertainment out the wazoo next on the MJ Morning Show right here on Q105. Stand by. MJ with Roxanne and Froggy and Fester at 7:25 here on this Thursday. Week's racing by because, we got a good jump start with being off on Monday. So, today's Thursday, but it sort of feels like a Wednesday. It's kind of like the Tuesday after Labor Day feels like a Monday, but it's really a Tuesday. Anyway, you slice it. We had Monday off, and then we're to the weekend even faster. So, good news for a lot of folks. All right, I got a couple of follow-up things to do here, which I'll get to in just a second. I mentioned the only car in America under 20 grand. I actually have a list of the cheapest cars that you can buy in America, brand new off the lots from a dealer. So I want to I ran out of time in the last segment, so I want to get to that in a second. First, though, Roxanne, as teased, as promoted. Roxanne, I have no idea what's going on here, but Roxanne said that she would like a moment of primetime MJ morning show to thank me. What have I done to deserve accolades?
So yesterday, we were doing a segment later in the show, and I think I mentioned that you can get germs when you drink an alcoholic beverage from someone. The alcohol isn't going to kill the germs. And Fester, with his very quippy wit, quickly.
Is that what you call it?
Quippy wit or just obnoxious sarcasm?
I was going to tell you this when you were in the room. I said, I'm disappointed in you yesterday, Fester, and you walked out the door.
I said, take a number. Big
Okay.
deal. I don't care.
So then with his very quippy wit, he comes back with, oh, is that how you got your lip herpes?
That's not what I said at all.
Okay, what did you say?
First of all, we're talking about a story about how a bar, I think in Greece, was recycling half consumed beverages.
Yeah. We don't do a lot of foreign stories on the show because there's just too much domestic dung to deal with. But there was a story that was so gross that a couple of bars in Greece were in trouble because they were collecting unused drinks from tables and on the bar, and they were recycling, they were repurposing, they were reusing the leftover drinks that some customers were leaving and reselling the stuff.
So Roxanne offers this very piece of sage advice.
Yeah, which
that
was?
when you consume somebody else's drink, the alcohol doesn't kill germs, and you could get a germ.
Right, and that's when you said that Roxanne's got lip herpes?
And I said, yes, and she's speaking from firsthand experience. That's how she got lip herpes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And that's just not accurate. Okay. And then I jumped in, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but I think you do.
Yes, I was really happy with you, MJ. Because
obviously she remembers what she said. Yes.
I got a gold star yesterday.
Yes, you did. You did, because you immediately jumped in, and you were like, Fester, that's disgusting. That's not true. She's never had any blistering sores on her face.
I said bubbling.
Bubbling.
I just remembered.
Thank you. You said bubbling.
I just remembered.
Yes, it was very graphic.
I might have used some alliteration and said bubbling blistering sores.
Yes, you did. Right. Yes. And so I was very pleased with you saying that because you relayed this graphic image that was going to stick in people's mind even more than Fester's remark.
And rudely attached to you, which it shouldn't be the case. I mean, and that's defamatory, actually.
It really is.
I think it's defamatory.
What if someone's listening and they're like,
wonder, you know what? I wonder if a morning show, if somebody on a morning show, listen to this, on the same morning show, I'm wondering if a member of the same show has ever threatened to sue another member of the same show for defamation.
Well, Fester and I had this talk when we first started working together, and he was like,
Beasley would have to hire my lawyer because I did it while I was working here. Oh, that'd be great.
Read your contract.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think there's any indemnification.
He's like, you are one of the guys. We all give it to each other. But seriously, I was like, Fester sits next to me,
what's
so
your
he
issue?
would know.
Hold on. What's your issue with us making jokes and sarcasm?
She wasn't happy with you.
I wasn't happy
rude.
with me. It was gross,
and you should apologize.
And the point is someone might be listening, and like MJ says, and they turn off the radio and go into work right on the end of that note of you saying that,
and then people might think that Roxanne's got just this glowing lip herpes going on, and that's just not almost like a hot charcoal in a barbecue, and that's just not the case.
No, and then
I've never noticed any unsightly sores on your face.
Never.
And
I mean, when we're talking about lip sores,
I don't even think I've seen a pimple on your face.
I mean,
thank you.
We're talking about scabies on your face. Scabies?
Yes. No, I have had eczema on
my
my face. but that's more so like by my eyes.
All right.
But that was just when we were wearing the COVID masks all the time. But anyways, Fester, don't be all
Look at his
gruff.
face. Look at his
Don't be all
face.
gruff. Let me finish. Can I finish my thought?
God, I wish you would.
So the only reason that you said that yesterday, and I figured it out because I know your psychology, is because yesterday's show was a little bit Roxanne-centric. It was a little heavy Roxanne.
Tell her to shut up.
This was turning out to be a little Roxanne heavy.
All right, let me
Oh
tell you
my
right
God.
now, I think I can explain it all with this.
People say Fester is a large, rude man.
If we're not making jokes and condescending jabs at each other, you just let me
Yeah,
know.
but-
I'll turn in my resignation.
But people give you a lot of credit because you sit right next to me. So someone might be like, well, Fester sits right there. He probably looks at her lips and maybe he's discovered something.
You
So
have too
MJ,
much-
good for you.
Thank you very. So look at this. It's rare praise that I'm getting from another team member. So Roxanne is thanking me and just showering me with accolades.
Fester, say
And
you're sorry.
It's well, listen. Fester's clearly
Look at his
overcompensating.
face.
Hang on a minute. Fester is clearly overcompensating for. I don't know. Were you,
Micro penis.
well,
duh.
bullied as a child.
Everybody
I mean,
knows that I'm like a man.
all right, stop! I don't want to talk about that. Stop!
I look like the man with two belly buttons, and that's
Stop.
no joke.
Stop. All right. Thank you, Roxanne, for recognizing that I went out of my way to come to your defense yesterday.
Come to my defense,
Yeah.
give accurate information, which, yes.
Oh my God.
Fester, I'm moving along.
This show
All
wasn't
right.
for her. I'm
So,
telling you.
Really?
Whoa.
you just,
What
you
does
just
that
said
mean?
this show is not for her.
Excuse me?
We make
Yeah. Excuse me.
yeah, we make comedy jokes. We make jabs
What
at
do
each
you
other.
want? Do you want to?
I just made a jab at you and you can't take it.
Do you want to?
that's not the
Do you want to
case.
Do you want to excommunicate her from the show?
This show isn't for her. What the heck does that
Well,
mean?
exactly.
Yeah, that was
What is
rude.
wrong
you
with
make
you?
a comment of,
That was rude.
oh, that's how she got her lip herpes. Instead of saying, ha ha,
Is that what I'm supposed to do? That's a good one.
that would have been great. Instead, MJ, I'd like to give you a gold star for saying I've never had a bubbling wound on my lip. A big.
Oh, is that how she said it?
Hi, Roxanne Wilder here.
Fester,
for-
you need to be
for lip
tranquilized.
ointment.
I need a dart gun to tranquilize
You
you.
can dish it out, but you cannot take
You
it.
sure
you-
can,
this
boy.
is-
That would be awesome. Can somebody find out where can I get a tranquilizer dart, to tranquilize an animal? So when Fester gets out of line, I can just go and just hit you with a.
If you're taking down a rhino.
Let me tell you, many people have said before I take it like a champ.
Ew.
all right. Moving along. All right. So last segment, I did a little quiz for the crew, and I asked, "Hey, how many cars are left in the United States that you can buy new at a car dealership for under 20 grand?" And the answer was 1.
I found a couple of them online for $18,351.
It's the Mitsubishi Mirage, and as of July, the average transaction price was $19,205. The last car under 20 grand. Now, the cheapest cars that you can get, which these are over 20 grand. So the Mirage is just under for Mitsubishi. The Kia Rio is $20,157. The Nissan Versa is $20,763. The Hyundai Venue is $23,971. The Nissan Sentra is $23,994. Thought I'd point that out. All right. Also, in the last segment, we talked about this kid up in Massachusetts that they think that doing that one chip spicy challenge, the Pocky chip, killed him. A 14-year-old kid did that Pocky spicy one chip challenge. You buy that one chip for like $9, and it's this viral deal. They sell them at convenience stores, around town, around the country. And, we're waiting to get more information on, it must have been some other contributing factor that unfortunately took this kid's life. But there was one other item that I thought, went well here. A woman in Missouri started a house fire with a tortilla chip.
How's that possible?
Well, I'm
Unless
glad-
you light it on fire?
So-
I'm
tortilla-
glad you asked that question.
Tortilla chips can catch fire.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are you telling me that you have attempted to light a tortilla chip on fire?
I think I put like tortilla chips in the microwave to make like nachos, and they all like blackened and started smoking.
How long did you leave them in there?
A woman from Nixa, Missouri, arrested for first-degree arson. The fire department says she poured gasoline on some clothes and then lit a spicy tortilla chip and started the fire at this particular home. Are you kidding me? So that's a spicy chip. That's a one-chip arson challenge right there.
Can you burn your whole house down with this one chip?
Hey, you concerned, by the way, Fester, because you sent me this last night. Oh, we better be careful. 5 asteroids are passing by Earth this week.
I'm not overly concerned, but this is some really late notice.
3 are the size of airplanes. 1 is the size of a house. But
Whoa.
listen, houses vary. Is it a 1,200 square foot house? Is it an 8,500 foot mansion? What is it?
A little 800 square foot bungalow.
What is it?
I mean, who
Is it one of
knows?
those little micro houses they're selling now?
Tiny homes.
Yeah, tiny homes, exactly. Yeah, so what do we have? The asteroid JA5 will fly within 3.17 million miles of Earth. That was yesterday. That was house-sized. So that passed yesterday. Now on September 8th, which is tomorrow, 2 asteroids within 2.5 million and 3.5 million miles from the planet. And then they're the size of an airplane. And then, let's see, is there one more here? Yeah, September 10th. There's going to be a pass 1.65 million miles, which is pretty close in astronomical terms,
Astrological. Not astronomical, right? Astronomical means like big.
So wait a minute, you're gonna
correct
correct me with the wrong correction?
I will engage with
No,
with
astronomy, astronomical. Astrological is the freaking zodiac
banter.
sign.
See, like my weight is astronomical. I mean, that has nothing to do with space.
They both work.
Okay.
Jeez, you're correcting me and you're not even right with your correction.
Well, I've also noticed you've never had a lip fungus. So if I'm going to piss everybody off today, I'll go
so
for it.
we should be safe until that giant asteroid comes from behind the sun that's blinded us, and it's time to call out Bruce Willis. But now he's like incapacitated. We're screwed.
Now's the perfect time to send Bruce Willis.
He thinks he's on the sun.
Boy, Froggy, I have something for you,
What?
folks.
I don't want it.
Froggy's appearance here on the MJ Morning Show is really part-time.
What? What are you
No,
talking about?
I'm just saying this is really your part-time job because you have a real job.
I put my heart and soul into this.
I never said you didn't, but your real job, your real earning capacity, the way you really feed your family and buy all your luxury items these days, like your brand new boat. And
All right, you want to talk about your luxury items?
I don't have any. I'm wearing a T-shirt. I wear the same freaking T-shirt and shorts every day.
Does that matter? So do I.
I'm low-key, man.
Yeah.
All right. So
Tell that to the moat builder you are.
Stop it. All right.
All piranhas.
I got a catalog. So listen to this. Froggy's family job, where he took over from his father-in-law, very well-established shelving, fixture, warehouse pallet rack business.
So we're big in displays as well.
What is it?
We're big into displays as well. We do displays for manufacturers.
Gotcha. Like, didn't you design?
Steel.
You designed like the latest steel chainsaw.
Yes, sir.
And all their products. You designed one of the latest displays that's in hardware stores all across the country for steel chainsaws, right?
Almost up to 7,000 stores.
Holy crap!
I was in the Ace Hardware the other day, and I saw the steel display, and I was like, "My friend did this.
Yeah,
My buddy did this.
He's got lip herpes.
No, don't do that.
The guy who designed this has lip fungus.
All right.
Unlike
what's the
Roxanne.
point? What's happened?
All right, here's the point. So Froggy does this part-time. His real job, where he really makes money, is the family shelving and display and pallet rack business. I got a catalog in the mail because I've got a little radio company. I've had one for a couple of decades, so I have my own radio company, and I have a P.O. box for my radio company, and I got this catalog in the mail, and I'm like, man, I better bring this for Froggy. This looks like this company kicks some butt. It's called Warehouse Solutions by Interlake.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're not going to mention the
Talk
competition.
about competition.
We're not going to talk about competition.
Wait a second, hold on a minute.
Don't mention that.
Hold on a minute.
We'll
Dump
shred
yourself.
that.
Go
Dump
back
yourself.
to your microphone. Froggy's coming over here. What are you going to rip the catalog out of my
Don't
hands?
mention another. I'm not gonna. I'll start naming other radio shows around here. Chad and Christy, Free Wings and Hot Beer. Huh? I'll name more.
They're good.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Free Wings and Hot Beer.
I mean, I thought it was ridiculous at first, but they're
All
actually
right,
a little funny.
now, hang on a minute. So there's this company, Interlake Mech. Have you heard of them?
That's not in our realm.
What do you mean?
That's
it's Warehouse
small
Solutions.
Small potatoes.
And what are you talking about?
It's a pretty nice glossy magazine.
This, dude, it looks like this company kicks your butt.
Oh wait, let me see it.
Hold on, no.
Let me see that.
Hang on a minute.
I want to look at the logo and see if I recognize it.
You're gonna shred it to bits.
He's gonna shove it somewhere.
No, I'm not.
Whoa.
I want to call them up. They got a phone number here.
No.
Yeah.
I want to call them up.
Let's make an order.
Hey, just rip. I was gonna call. What are you doing, Andrew? Do you have this on camera? Like, all right, thank God. What are you doing? He's shredding.
Oh my God! Now he's eating it.
What? Dude. I thought maybe you'd want to look and see what they're doing. Maybe you get some ideas.
Ideas?
Why don't you get back on your microphone? You're 8 feet away from your microphone.
Garbage.
He's just destroyed this catalog.
No, we don't talk about. All right, let's get into your business, okay? Now
There's a page with a phone number on the bottom that Fester just salvaged. Hang on,
I'll leave the show.
Okay.
I'll leave right now.
Or you can leave this company a very taunting message.
Why can't I call them up?
No,
Why are we
I don't want to
calling them?
do this.
Why do you leave them a
Thank
message?
you for calling Interlake Mechalux.
I'm leaving.
Hold on a minute. Let's
Speak to our
hold on.
Chicago
Let's
corporate
threaten them.
office.
Let's
No.
No, then that's
For our
going to get him in
Dallas
trouble in his
office,
industry.
Dial 2.
Oh, the Dallas office.
For our San Diego office.
For the San Diego
Dial
office.
3.
Dial 3.
For Retail Service Solutions.
Oh, Froggy, just come here, dude. Come here, Froggy.
Where's the Tampa office?
Froggy, there is no Tampa. Froggy, come here, man.
Dial 5.
Dude, come on.
MJ, what are you trying to accomplish here?
I was.
Otherwise, please press 0.
I'm
Or
just-
stay on the line and
I'm just gonna press 0. Oh! You leave a message. Hold on, but we're live on a. Froggy, get him back in here.
He's not going to come back in
Froggy,
here.
get back in here. What is he? I brought him the catalog because maybe he'd get some good ideas from this other shelving and pallet rack company. Froggy,
But
come back.
they're not even in his. In their,
We're
like-
recording right now. We're on their voicemail.
Well, say something to him.
Frog, hey. All right. Hello, Mechalux, Linter.
Mecca lecca high.
Whatever.
Mecca lecca lecca high. Mecca hiney.
Oh. All right, Froggy, get back in here. Come on.
I don't see him, man. I don't know where he is.
I brought him all right, we're still recording here. All right. Hello, Interlux. Froggy wants to challenge your company to a steel cage death match, kind of like the Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg thing.
Yes.
But they're not even in his league.
Well, we don't. It looks like a similar company, but they have a really, really nice catalog, which Froggy just destroyed.
Wow.
What is he getting so bent at it? We're still being recorded, by the way. We're still on there.
Can you please send us another catalog?
Froggy, come back. Leave a message for them. Froggy, get back here. What is he doing?
This is the longest
This is
voicemail ever.
It's not cutting us
We're
off.
still
You know,
recording.
some companies, it's like, you've reached your message limit. To send this message, press 1. To re-record, push pound. Could you please get him while we're still recording? I want him to, maybe threaten them. Initiate a police investigation or something. Come on. Listen, any publicity is good. Even bad publicity is good publicity, right?
No, he didn't want you to even mention this company's
come
name.
on,
You're in
Roxanne.
trouble, MJ.
What are you-
You're in
come
trouble with
on.
him now.
Dude,
You had a good. You know what? You had a good day yesterday, and now you're getting a bad mark for this.
Come on, that's preposterous. I brought in a catalog to show him about some competition out there. Listen, I run a little single shop, radio company where I run some of my business through. So I don't know why I'm getting this catalog.
Okay, so you know what the thing is we don't ever name Froggy's real company. We just call it Froggy Fixtures, right?
Yes. Uh-oh. Hang on.
Oh.
Did he
see?
leave?
We have some news.
What's that?
So you know the corner parking spot where Froggy always parks his truck?
Yes.
And he kind of chiefs up.
Yes.
It's empty.
Get out of here.
So he's gone.
Come on.
Gone.
Preposterous. Hang on a minute. All right, calling Froggy's cell.
He's not going to pick
Give
up
me
his
a
phone.
break.
He's not going to pick up.
Come on. What is he doing? Leaves the show because
You're going to get his lame message. Leave a message.
he never answers his
No.
phone.
No.
I know. Even when he sends me a text, hey, it's important to call me back, he still doesn't pick up the phone. Yeah, what? Come on. What was that?
Are we getting some?
Hello?
Leave the show because I.
What is that?
What is that?
Andrew?
What is this?
Is that the on-air feed 20 seconds later?
Hey, it's important to call me back.
No, that was
going on?
what was that? I just hung up on it. We're getting a delay as the phone is still. What is that? No, nothing was up. Man, this place is a trap. Man.
Okay, this is why he's mad. If I had to guess.
Why?
We don't name his company. We just refer to it as Froggy Fixtures.
We didn't name his company.
So then why are we going to name another
I'm
company?
happy to name his company.
No,
Yeah,
but he doesn't want to
I've
name
told
his
our
company.
listeners that
That's
I told our listeners if you've got retail or warehouses, if you need pallet racks, warehouse solutions, if you need retail shelving displays, that Froggy's company does it.
Right.
Send me an email. I'll pass it on to
But
Froggy.
I think
I
he
have no
prefers
problem.
to not talk about his business. Like he
mean-
likes things siloed because things have a tendency to, like a lightning rod of just we can be polarizing on this show.
Preposterous.
We can.
All right. So, hey, moving along. 7:45 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, do us a favor. It's the MJ 3 a day. Tell 3 people today that you listen to the MJ Morning Show and that if they don't listen, they should give it a shot.
Maybe we should do Froggy 3 a day and 3 people sign up for his shelving to make amends.
Froggy, if you're listening,
full of shelving.
Froggy, come back. Anyway, folks, tell 3 people you listen to the MJ Morning Show. Did you just sniff yourself?
Yeah, I smelled my armpit.
What did you just do? I'm watching Fester and he sniffs himself.
I gave myself an armpit check.
What did you do? Why am I here? What am I doing?
Well, because usually in the morning I'm a deodorant swipe guy.
Oh my
But this
God.
morning I was just a swipe guy. I'm like, oh gosh.
Anyway, the point is, tell 3 people today to check out the MJ Morning Show. Someone that you know but maybe doesn't listen, they listen to something else. You got to give us a shot because as we've just demonstrated, you never know what the hell is going to happen on this show. And we're doing an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. Andrew, I see, is answering phone calls. Am I supposed to take some of these calls that you have on hold, Andrew? What's the story? What am I doing? Fester doesn't have the call screener up. It'll take 7 days for that.
Yeah, just
so am I taking a call here?
Pickup lines.
What am I taking?
Come here, connect.
Hang on. All the lines are ringing.
Jill in Largo on line 2.
Jill in Largo, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, MJ.
Yes.
I'm really tired of you upsetting Froggy. You need to apologize to him on air.
Is that a statement you're reading? It sounded, I like it, Jill. I like it, but it sounded very professional.
Yeah, she's got a private teleprompter in front of her face.
No, I don't have a private teleprompter in front of my face. I listen to your show every day, and I have for years. When Roxanne first started and she was shy and quiet, to now her grown into her beautiful self that she is today. And I love Froggy. And you were mean to him the other day when he was trying to do his tribute. You wouldn't even shut up for his moment of silence. And now you brought his other competition on the air. You need to apologize to him.
Ma'am, are you having an episode? Are you gonna have a meltdown?
No, she's an invested listener.
I'm not having a meltdown. I clean for myself. I have my own business that I've had for 18 years, and I'm a firm listener for you guys. And I tell 3 people a day about your show.
All right.
And I think you need to apologize to Froggy.
Okay, Jill, listen, if I've upset you, if I've upset the apple cart, I apologize to you first.
See,
But
MJ.
I was bringing in the catalog to give Froggy ideas to let him know what the competition was doing.
He doesn't need ideas. He makes a shit ton of money. Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah,
Thank you, I gotta
Jill.
dump that.
We understand you're very
He
passionate
makes
about
a lot
this.
of money, and he's smart, and he works.
Yeah, by the way, Jill said he makes a bleep ton of money, but used the S-bomb, so I dumped it.
MJ, what
Yeah.
you essentially did to Froggy is just like telling Jill about Molly Maid, another cleaning company.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it would be like telling me about Molly Maid because I built my company by myself, by my word, by my.
Do you run Molly-made vehicles off the road when you see them?
Hell yeah.
No, I don't run them off the road. I charge less than them. So
Do you flip them off?
Nope.
All right, just checking. Hey,
I flip off other radio station vans when I see
Jill,
them on the road. I flip them off.
Jill, thank you, listen, for your investment in this show, and I do appreciate that.
All right, thank you. Please apologize to Froggy.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Jill is really passionate.
She's
about
invested.
Yeah.
She's invested in the
She
program.
said she tells
I
3
like
people
Jill.
a day about the show.
We're her 401k.
You're going to get taxed at the back end.
All right. No, that would be the Roth IRA. No, I'm
Roth is
sorry.
free.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Roth is
You're right. No, I was thinking. So, your 401k. Yes. You are correct.
The Hollands told me all about that.
No, you're correct.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So, all right, Froggy, if you're listening, I apologize. Please come back. Why am I groveling? What am I doing here? I'm not a groveler.
All right,
Froggy, listen, please come back. If you are listening, come back to the program. Come back.
Give him a couple minutes. Let's move on. Just give him a couple minutes. I don't know where
Andrew,
he is.
do you have any idea why I was calling Froggy's cell phone? It was still ringing, and our show is coming back in delay. What was that? This place is such a mystery from a technological standpoint. Folks, I got to be honest. I don't know if the equipment's going to work from one day to the next. I don't know if we'll actually be able to broadcast tomorrow. We're supposed to get a new studio 3 years ago when they first hired us back, and I'm still looking at the same garbage, which literally could go off the air, and this stuff could just break down at any moment. All right, so it is 7:50. I'm running at what?
So according to my text line, my personal phone,
yeah,
Jill is the most polarizing person of the day.
So wait a minute.
Jill, who just called in from Largo,
not only
loyal MJ Morning Show listener.
Hang on, hold on. Let me just point this out. So Roxanne monitors 800-990-1047.
Oh, there are some texts.
Yeah.
There are some texts.
So Roxanne monitors our text line, and of course, 800-990-1047 is the call-in line. If you ever want to make a comment, 800-990-1047. But you can also text the number as well. Fester's private cell phone number, which Froggy made a sport out of giving out, is everywhere. Everyone knows that Fester's cell number is 813-310-8444. So people call and text, oh, Froggy's back. Oh, Froggy, hey, tell calls to hang on. I'll be right there.
Hey, Frog.
Froggy, did you hear my apology? Did you hear Jill?
And I accept. And thank you, Jill, for having my back.
Froggy has returned.
Now.
Yes.
If you ever make me look dumb again, I will blow this place up.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
You're making terrorist.
Like blow it up,
like
an
blow it up.
expression.
No, I mean like with a bomb.
He's making terrorist.
You can't say that.
Like a literal cartoon circle bomb with a little thing.
With a fuse?
Yes.
Dude, you are the worst terrorist ever. You can't just talk about it.
That's my warning.
You're making terrorist threats live on a 100,000 watt radio station?
Right. So watch your lip.
The FBI and CIA will be here after the show.
Hey, listen, we're in St. Pete, the St. Pete police chief. What if he's listening? What if Sheriff Gualtieri, Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, is listening right now?
Surround the building.
My God.
Department of Homeland Security is going to come to the radio station. Dude, shut your face.
That's right, Department of Homeland Security.
I take it back.
Hang on a minute. Let me grab Simone in Wesley Chapel. Hello, Simone.
Hello, good morning. I have a quick.
Oh, you're a male, Simone.
Yes.
Hold on. Is it? How do you say your name?
It's Simone.
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 All right.
Which
Simone.
can be a woman name, but I'm not German. I happen to be Italian, so it's all good.
Okay, Simone. Well, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. A message for Froggy. Froggy, competitors is what make you better. You shouldn't destroy the catalog. You should have seen what they have and realize how much better of a product you have, and eventually one day you'll buy them and acquire them.
Maybe
no
that,
point
you know
in
what?
Be mad at that.
Acquisitions is always a possibility. Thank you. Thank you for turning this into a positive, Simona.
Simone, thanks for listening,
Thank
buddy.
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And when I'd have to use some money to acquire.
Hey, Simone, can Froggy borrow some money?
Some money?
All right. I had lunch with Andrew Duncan yesterday.
Does he need shelving fixtures?
No, he's in the real estate business, so I don't think he needs shelving fixtures. No, I had lunch with Andrew Duncan, Duncan Duo, and I took him to Colony Grill. Nice. We had a nice sit-down booth, and he loved it. It was the first time he was at Colony Grill, and I had no idea. The owner came up to the table, and one of the partners. So I didn't know this, but one of the I think there were like 3 or 4 partners, and the Colony Grill is famous out of Stamford, Connecticut. And I think it goes back to the 1930s.
It's a long time established place in Connecticut.
In Connecticut, folks know Colony Grill.
So when it came down here,
it is the most famous pizza shop in Stamford. They do a bar pie. It's that thin, ultra thin and crispy bar pie, and it's one of the pizza categories that I love. And I'll tell you what, the pizza game in the Tampa Bay area is stepping up. You know, Colony Grill for the bar pie, you know, for a great New York slice. Our buddy Sardo's Pizza on Ulmerton and Largo. We now have Sadie's in South Tampa on Dale Mabry. Sadie's does a great New York slice. You know, I mean, the pizza, Nona Slice House I recently went to finally. I've got a list. So when I talk pizza, do you realize that every single pizza shop in town says, MJ, you got to come try my pizza. Come on, MJ, you got to try. Well, listen.
It's a high standard, man.
Hey, it's a really high standard, and you just got to be careful. Now, I'm not like a total Delta Bravo like that Putz Dave Portnoy.
Oh my God! You see his latest video?
Yeah, listen. That
video was hilarious.
That guy, he's a parasite. He is.
He's a genius.
The store owner was kind of right though.
The guy's a parasite. I don't think he's a good dude. I don't really, you know.
He's a good dude,
and he doesn't know much about pizza. I mean, the things he doesn't know.
How can you judge him by his little pizza video?
Listen,
he might be a douche, but he's a genius.
You're just jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Of Dave Portnoy?
I just know more about pizza than that dude.
He sells his crap company for $650 million. It goes bankrupt. He buys it back for $1.
Yeah, because he was a drag on the company. Was it Penn? He was a drag on the company.
How is that possible?
In my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Call me a parasite and write me a check for $500 million. I'll be fine.
So I get tons of folks locally that say, MJ, you gotta come try my pizza. And the fact is, I'm very harsh. And for me, it's like only 3 to 5% of pizza is good. So that leaves a large percentage of pizza that kind of sucks. But there are places that have contacted me to say, MJ, you got to try my pizza. And a couple of places I have heard from other people that, yeah, it really is good. You ought to try this place. So I'm trying to go through the list. Literally, I've got dozens and dozens of pizza shops locally that are like, MJ, you got to come try my pizza. But unfortunately, some of those places I'm not going to like. And I don't want to drag anyone down. I don't want to wreck anyone's business. I want to talk about the positives. So I talk about the ones that I really, really like that I've experienced so far. So listen, I wish Skip would open, Pachi's back up, which, then changed to Miro's. I mean, he had a great Brooklyn slice, but, he disappeared again. So I wish he'd come back.
Here's a real question.
Yeah, so hang on. So I was at Colony Grill, great bar pie. Folks, you got to try Colony Grill, I'm telling you. Midtown, so the new Midtown, and they're kind of right behind Shake Shack, back in Midtown, the new, complex at the 275 in Dale Mabry. And then they also have a downtown St. Pete location. So great bar pie. And then this guy comes out. Guy's name is Paul, and he's one of like the 4 partners that own the Colony Grills in Connecticut, and he lives in South Tampa now. I didn't know this.
That's cool.
And he comes to the table, hey, MJ, thanks for mentioning us. And, Andrew Duncan loved it. First time. Andrew Duncan devoured that damn thing. He doesn't know it. I took a picture.
The Duncan devour?
He's got tomato sauce all over his face and everything. And
you can eat so much of their pizza.
We ought to put that picture on Andrew Duncan's new billboard.
Yes.
Oh.
So
he devours pizzas and other listing agents.
Anyway, I had a great lunch with Andrew Duncan from Duncan Duo yesterday at Colony Grill. All right, so where was I? One of the restaurant thing. Hey, I'm going to Eulalie this weekend, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
We were all supposed to go.
Right, but Froggy canceled, but I'm still going.
Oh, who's going?
Let me guess. You've put together a group of like 6 other
you guys
couples.
are still going.
Are we still going?
No, we're not. We're waiting for you and Kim.
You're ditching us?
Dude, I refuse to go to any morning show event that Froggy's not at. I refuse.
All right, so we had a whole plan because I've never been to Eulalie. So I got to get to Eulalie. It's on my list, obviously. A lot of friends have, talked about Eulalie. They love Eulalie. So I've never been to Eulalie it's near Armature Works, right?
Yes, it is.
Right? Yeah. So I've never been. So we put together a morning show dinner. We try to do it a couple of times a year. We do a holiday party as well. So Roxanne and Doug, Fester and Allison, Michelle and me, Froggy and Kim, Andrew and Zelda. And you know, we have.
He's a big video game guy.
So we try to do a night. Well, we had it planned for this Saturday for like a month.
Yeah.
And then last week, Froggy says, "Oh yeah, hey, I didn't realize this, but I'm out of town. I'm not going to be around." So
Yeah, I had a last second thing I have to attend that I've.
That's not what Kim told me. Kim told me it was on your calendar for a while.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'm still going to Eulalie this weekend because remember the guy that gave me $700 worth of Eagles tickets for Michelle and Julian to go see the Eagles back in the spring?
That guy?
And you said on the air the next day after the concert, "Oh, we'll go to dinner sometime."
Well, I offered to pay for the tickets. He said, "Nah." And I said, "Well, can I take you to dinner?" And he said, "Yeah." So I'm taking Alan and his wife and daughter, who apparently is like some kind of concert violinist.
Ooh, I'm looking for one of
Hey,
those.
bring your Stradivarius, would you please? I want you to play. I want you to walk through the tables at Eulalie on Saturday with the violin.
You know what? If she got some tips, you could probably pay for the meal.
So I'm going to Eulalie. I'm taking them to Eulalie on because they hadn't been either, and they've wanted to go as well. So hey, I'm still going. So guys, Roxanne, would you please coordinate this and find a weekend that Froggy is not out of town so we can do our morning show before? We got to do this before Christmas.
We ought to do it before
dinner.
that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't know if we're going to be here after.
Got to get this done. All right, 8 o'clock exact. Say it again.
I'm just saying you don't know if we're ever going to be here around that time.
I don't know because my contract expires at the end of the year, and I don't know. I don't know if the show goes on. I have no idea. I've got a bunch of our advertisers that are distressed because they're like, I've had 5 of my live clients say, "Yeah, MJ, we're only advertising on Q105 because of you." So I got my advertisers are a little distressed. MJ, are you going to come back? You know, I've heard from Plan B. I've heard Andrew Duncan. I've heard from Wade at Two College Brothers. IDC. I mean,
Wade's very nervous.
The Hollands. Apparently, hey, listen to this. Stacy Kemp.
Yeah.
Stacy Kemp from Kemp Law Group, formerly Kemp Rouge and Green. They just changed the name. All the lawyers are still there. So Stacy Kemp from Kemp Law Group says she apparently, she didn't tell me this, but I heard that Stacy Kemp was at an event and like went right into management's face saying, "You better re-sign MJ."
Good.
Stacy, and she's a lawyer. So
Yeah.
Stacy Kemp from Kemp Law, thank you so much for. I mean, unsolicited. I had no idea. I heard this secondhand. Hey, Stacy Kemp went to management at some event recently and said, "Yeah, you better re-sign MJ."
Hey, Stacy.
That's
Stacy,
great.
tell management to renegotiate Roxanne, Fester, and Froggy, too.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to
yeah.
be an MJ and Roxanne show.
No, it's
No,
well.
no.
Listen. We'll see what. But I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea whether our show is 3 and done. We've been back for 3 years, and hey, listen,
That's the way to do it, really.
You know what, Froggy? We should
like
give
a
him,
pop up, like
a Danny McBride series.
Yeah.
Froggy, let's give him a week of the MJ and Andrew show.
I'd
See what
let
happens.
Andrew host. I'd rather listen
What
to that.
about Louie, and Andrew?
Okay,
I mean, and MJ.
me? You want me to host?
Yeah, Louis Anderson and
Louis Anderson, Louis Armstrong was just a podcast idea between me and Louis.
Yeah. I'm moving along here. 8:02 at the MJ Morning Show. I saw a Reddit thread which I thought was really interesting. Have you ever had a celebrity come to your work? How did they act?
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool because then there are all kinds of comments where people start commenting about the celebrity or celebrities that showed up where they work. And then I thought we'd take some phone calls on this. This could actually be, I got to be honest, I'm curious to see if we can generate some good phones on this.
You figure all the restaurants in this area, all
Yeah.
the celebrities that come through
So,
town.
listen, even if we don't get phone calls that are good, just what I have in my hand is good. So I'm not a waitress or server, but I used to work in the fast food industry for a while. I saw 6ix9ine multiple times.
Oh, God.
The rapper?
When I worked at McDonald's over a year ago. He always ordered a bunch of food and asked for free stuff, which we refused. Once I was giving him his change back. It was $10, and he handed it back to me asking for a different $10 bill because it looked all ripped up.
I've done that before.
The other, listen, who wants to get saddled with a scotch taped together $20 bill or something? I've done that as well.
Yeah.
I don't want some bill that someone else is going to. I've had folks refuse, like, when I get saddled with like a torn bill or one that's been scotch taped together, I've had places say, nah, we can't take that. No, I have.
Okay.
I have. All right, so moving along in the story. So he refused the $10 bill. The other customers, when they would come up to the drive-thru window, would ask me if I just saw 6ix9ine or make a comment about him. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I like one or two songs. We all acted like he was a regular person when he saw us. Does anyone have any experience like that? I know some of you guys think that 6ix9ine is not a celebrity. He's a rapper.
Okay.
What is it, Tekashi? How do you say his name?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, right.
I'm a big fan.
All right. So, but I guess you can call him well-known, not a fan of him, but this is my story. I haven't met anyone that's famous or well-known before, but he is in his circles in music. Also, I'm new here, so it's nice to read all of your stories. So, you know what? Let me go to phones on this, and then I want to read some of the responses while Andrew screens some calls. Have you ever, in a restaurant, waited on a celebrity?
Or service industry?
Yeah, any type of business. Have you had any interaction with a celebrity?
Maybe you're a masseuse or a massage therapist, I should say.
Whatever. Have you, in any facet of your life or career, had interactions with a celebrity? How'd it go? Who was the celebrity? Or listen, maybe it's just not even work-related. Have you had a run-in? Have you had an encounter with a celebrity? So if you're a server at a restaurant or in the service industry or any kind of a business, have you dealt with a celebrity? Who was it? What was it like? And that maybe outside of work or a business, maybe you just had an encounter. Maybe you were at a restaurant and you ran into a celebrity. Or somewhere else, you're shopping, you run into a celebrity. Tell us your story about a celebrity run-in. What was it like? 800-990-1047. Look at the lines. Every line's ringing. 800-990-1047.
How were they?
I see one line that's not ringing right now. 800-990-1047. I didn't even get out the number and people are calling. 800-990-1047 is how you get in. And while Andrew screens calls, we already have some screen. Angie, you're up first in Valrico. I'll get to you in a second. Let me just share some of the responses. So the question on the Reddit thread was, have you ever had a celebrity come to your work? How did they act? The first response, I waited on Prince and LeBron and Tiger Woods.
Ooh, those three A-listers.
Yeah.
At the same time?
LeBron doesn't tip and was needy. He was a lot younger then, though, so maybe it's better now. Tiger was a good tipper, polite, etc., just a normal customer-type interaction, no entitlement or special treatment needed. Prince had bodyguards, and I was shocked at how small he was and how he would walk in.
Yeah, he would fit in your pocket.
And Prince left a massive tip.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Here's my tip. I'm going to leave you a raspberry beret.
Drew Barrymore. I've had multiple celebrities come into my old job when I was a host, so my encounters with them were generally brief.
I bet Drew Barrymore was a good encounter.
Oh, she's so annoying with that dumb face.
Listen, what are you saying,
I don't know. I'm
Froggy?
just
She
so
doesn't have
tired
a
of
dumb
her.
face.
I'm so tired of her.
It says that Drew Barrymore, this is Bring May Flowers is the handle of this person. Drew Barrymore was by far the nicest, most genuine person.
I love her.
I did not recognize her at first, and we were a few moments away from closing the kitchen between lunch and dinner service, so I gave her the whole, you'll have to plate your order quickly, but you can stay as long as you like, blah, blah, blah. Totally nice. Daniel Radcliffe, that's the Harry Potter dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess he was
Ron Weasley or any other wizards?
Hello, Ron. Let's play some Quidditch, eh?
I want to be a wizard.
Daniel Radcliffe and his parents were also super nice. Nicole Kidman was very intimidating, but did not act in any negative way. Her presence was just very powerful.
That's cool. Okay.
David Byrne frequented, of course, that's the...
Who?
Come on.
David Byrne.
The Talking Heads genius, David Byrne.
Okay, just say the guy from Talking Heads.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
about the Jesus.
David Byrne frequented our bar and read on his iPad. He was very kind.
Cool.
David Schwimmer was quiet.
Where's
Here-
Rachel?
here's another one. I've waited on John Travolta many times over the years, sometimes with his family, but mostly just him and another person. Super nice guy.
Wait, who was the other person?
We don't know. Always friendly and happy.
Interesting.
Kelly was super nice as well, and of
Aw.
course,
Oh, I know.
She was so hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Kelly
Ah,
passed.
Okay.
Too soon.
Anyway, so Ed O'Neill came to see his mother. He was so bleeping cool. This was before cell phones had cameras. He tipped very well.
Wait, he was Al Bundy at this point?
Here's another one. Prince used to frequent a restaurant I worked at as a wait assistant in Minneapolis suburb. He was, and his entourage would come in maybe 15 minutes before close and stay for hours.
Great.
They'd order a metric bleep ton of food.
I want a big ton.
He wouldn't talk to the staff at all and was seated in the furthest, darkest corner of the restaurant
Of course.
with a bodyguard always on his heels.
Wait, who was that? I'm sorry.
But listen to this.
Prince.
Prince. Another Prince one. But that guy tipped like a true king of rock and roll.
That's cool.
Not a single employee ever complained when he came in. What I assume was his assistant would hand out $100 bills to all staff. Anyway, so this is like I have like 12 pages. But I want to go to phones now of just, cool
I wanna hear
celebrities.
more.
Every line.
Yeah, all right. Hold on. The first call, did we lose the first call?
So the first call hung up, but it was quickly replaced.
Oh, man. I
10 others.
was going to the first call, and she hung up. All right, let me grab Mike in Clearwater up first. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing
I
fine.
used to work in North New Jersey at the airport. I was part of the law enforcement up there.
So at Newark?
Yeah, Newark Airport.
Yep.
So we had multiple celebrities. I can tell you, I'll probably get in trouble for this. I want to say A-Hat would be Tom Cruise.
Hold on. Hold on. Did you say what?
Mhm.
A hat?
Yeah, I don't
Code.
want to curse on the radio.
No,
You
no.
can say ass.
Hold on.
Instead of saying ass hat.
Hold on. Are you calling Tom Cruise an ass hat?
Yeah, he was.
Why? How?
It's a very specific insult. sir.
Completely rude to all the people, including the other officers.
Now, were you Newark Police or Port Authority?
I was Homeland Security.
Oh, Homeland Security. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
And
he
when
was
we
kind of
talked-
like he was on the Mission Impossible 7 set when he had that meltdown. Seems like he's a...
Yeah, and like when he did the Jack Reacher thing that he worked out more than a soldier and he understood how they worked out.
Yeah. How long ago was your encounter with Tom Cruise that you didn't like?
You mean duration that I was with him?
Yeah. No. How long ago? No. How long ago did this happen?
Oh God, I want to say 06.
All right, so a long time. It's been a while. So it's, 17 years ago, whatever. Yeah, hey, maybe he's chilled. Hey, Tom Cruise is probably in town right now. I mean, Tom Cruise has his Clearwater residence right down the street from Scientology. So, hey, Tom, if you get the message, hey, come on into the MJ Morning Show or call in. Hey, Tom, email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com, because I've heard that Tom Cruise was really nice.
Yeah, this guy's called you an ass hat. Feel free to come on.
But hang on a minute. But this is Mike's encounter. Mike's encounter. I don't distrust what Mike is saying, but I have also heard that Tom can be a very nice guy. So I would say to Tom Cruise, get a hold of us here at the MJ Morning Show. Come in. It's only a 20-minute drive from where you are in Clearwater. Come on into the studio or call into the show. Get a hold of me at mj@mjmorningshow.com. Send me an email. Mike, anything else?
Yeah, one of the coolest ones was Joe Piscopo.
Oh, I love him.
Joe Piscopo.
And we did the whole thing with Johnny Dangerously. My mother scanned me once.
Boy.
Oh, God.
He played it up.
He went to Plant
Daniel
High School.
Craig was cool.
Hold on. Who'd you say?
Daniel Craig.
Oh, Daniel Craig, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was he in character? That guy's always in character.
Short he was, though.
He's always in character.
Yeah,
Hey,
whenever
Mike-
he gets ready for a movie, he's like in character for like 2 years prior to.
Mike,
It's
thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
intense.
No problem.
Have a good one. Let me grab Jared in Zephyr Hills. Jared, you're on the MJ Morning Show. What kind of celebrity
morning.
encounters? Good morning. What have you had?
When I was serving in college, I had a couple encounters, but I only have really 3 of note that I'd like to mention. Derek Jeter, I would have to say, him and his buddies came in, and he was a really, really cool guy. I found him to be
Roxanne
Doug was probably with
just perked up. Roxanne was hoping you weren't going to say that Derek Jeter was an asshat. So,
No, he was
very, very cool.
All right, so where were you? Where were you working when Derek Jeter came in?
Grillsmith.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I really enjoyed. Yeah, he was really cool. He was probably the best one in terms of just being a regular guy. John Cena was he was nice, but
John Cena.
He was just not anything really of note there.
How could you see him?
Basically, what's that?
Never mind. Go ahead, Jared.
Go ahead.
Who's the third one?
Yeah.
Well, the main reason why, not to say the main reason, I really wanted to talk about Derek Jeter because, like I said, he was just a really cool guy. It was a cool experience. But one of the bummer ones I had was Antonio Tarver. He came in with his family.
He's a boxer, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And
What, he punch you in the face? What, he throat chop you? What did he do?
Well, he basically did. He didn't enjoy his meal and gave me 0 tips.
Oh, my. And what was that all? Where was that?
That was at a Macaroni Grill.
The one up on Northdale Mabry in Carrollwood?
No, the one off of Bruce B. Downs.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, Jared, thanks for the call,
good stuff,
buddy.
Jared. I actually, fun fact, that movie that I was in, my scene is with Antonio Tarver.
Oh, wow.
And he's a nice guy.
What
sorry to
movie
hear
were
about-
you in?
Oh, the one with Mason?
Yes, yes.
Like Cuddle Buddies or something?
Yeah, it was Cuddle Buddies.
What was it called? What was the name of that movie?
Cuddle Buddies.
What was the real name of it?
It's okay. Let's keep going.
What was the name of the movie?
Scout's Honor.
Scout's Honor.
Scouts
Hey,
Honor.
Jared, thanks for the call. Jeff is in Paris. Jeff, have you had a celebrity run-in? Did you work as a server or at your business? Who'd you run into?
We were at, in Parrish, we were at the local Anna Marie Oyster Bar, and we went in there for dinner and sat down, and I looked across from me, and there was Tony Orlando.
With or without Dawn?
Oh, my God.
No Dawn, but he had his cousin and his wife with him, and he was in town, actually, to check out some venues for his shows. And
Wait, how long ago was this? Hold on a second. Hey, let's listen to Tony.
Three, 4 years ago, maybe at this point.
Yeah.
And he was gracious.
I didn't know he was still alive. He's got to be. How old is Tony Orlando?
Tony Orlando has a huge.
I don't know, but he was old when I saw him.
Was he with Tony Curtis?
Okay, he has a huge theater in Branson.
Oh, that's right. He has the Branson, Missouri.
Him and
Yeah.
Yakov Smirnoff.
Yes, I'd love to see both.
Is that
of them.
guy still alive?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yakov's dinner celebration.
So Tony Orlando was very nice.
He was nice. He was gracious to everybody. He even let us take pictures with him, even though he was trying to eat his meal. It was just, it was very pleasant to be with.
Was he tying yellow ribbons around every tree in the parking lot?
Oh,
No, not at all.
Come on, Andrew, give me the hook on the song. Play it up there. Tie yellow. Come on, Andrew. Come on, play it, Andrew. Play it. Come on, play the song.
Tie yellow.
How long do we have to stretch for Tony Orlando?
I don't know. I got to stretch.
And
Move
Stretching.
on.
I'm stretching. All right. Jeff, have a great day, buddy.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Jeff.
Yellow and
Tie yellow. Andrew, come on.
Are you even listening to the show?
Andrew, can you play it? Tie
Any second now.
Andrew, anytime.
Anytime.
Hey,
Did you-
well,
Tie. 1, 2.
He's having a fit in there.
3, 2, 1. Hit
And
it.
tie. Son of a bitch, what's happening?
Andrew is smashing things in his studio. Right?
Well, I'm trying to screen calls. I don't even listen to you while I'm screening calls.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's a floor.
Dude, you're going to have a heart attack in there, man.
Tie a yellow ribbon around your throat.
All right. Michelle's in North Tampa. Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Yes.
I met Mark Wahlberg back in 1991 in a club.
Well, you could have met Mark Wahlberg at Lucan's Liquors a couple of weekends ago.
I know. Well, he was Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch when I met him.
Yeah, good vibrations, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and then who else have you met?
Steven Tyler and Jerry Springer.
All right, let's talk.
Jerry Springer's the best.
Yeah, Jerry Springer, rest in peace, was fantastic. He'd pop up all over the Tampa Bay area. Jerry Springer, friend of the show for years. And
who else?
Now, how did you meet them? Were you serving? Were you at how'd you meet all these folks?
Well, with Marky Mark, I worked in a club in Seaside, New Jersey.
Okay.
And we all ended up going to a diner at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Awesome.
After closing.
Yep.
And then with Jerry Springer, I worked in a restaurant in Sarasota, and I was a hostess, and I brought him to my table, and he was the nicest guy. Very, very nice, very humble. And Steven Tyler I met at the Sarasota Film Festival back in 2003, I think, and Aerosmith was there performing at the Hyatt.
And was Steven Tyler nice? Because I know someone that ran into him in the Maui airport, and Steven Tyler was gracious. He, even said, "Hey, let's take a picture." Steven Tyler even said to, "Hey, our buddy Dom Theodore, my good buddy Dom was in Maui with his wife Jen at the airport, leaving from vacation, and there was Steven Tyler at the gate." At the Maui airport, because Steven Tyler has a long-time home out in Maui. So, hey, Michelle, thanks for the call. Let me grab Tim in Tarpon Springs. So, folks, if you're just tuning in, I stumbled across a Reddit thread last night. Have you ever had a celebrity come to your work? You ever, work in a restaurant where you're a server? And it's a whole thread on people talking about celebrities they met. So I said, hey, let's go to the phones on this and grab your calls. Tim's in Tarpon Springs. Tim, I'm curious about this one. I see who it is. Tim, go ahead. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Morning, Tim. Go ahead.
I was at a game in the Patriots in 2016, and we had my family season ticket holders on the 50-yard line, and I got.
Hold on, did you say the 50-yard line?
50-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Go ahead.
And anyways, they were practicing before the game. They come out like an hour early before the game and practice, and I called him over, Tom Brady over there. He had a pair of sunglasses on, and I forgot mine in my car. I called him over and asked him if I could have his sunglasses, and he gave me his sunglasses.
Oh, wow. Tom,
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then
it was probably some endorsement deal. He probably had 50 of those in his trunk.
I mean, he doesn't wear sunglasses during the game, so I'm not going to use them.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Tim. Appreciate the call. Let me grab, how about Kathy in Seminole? Kathy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing well, Kathy. Who'd you meet and how?
So when I was a little girl, I was in a restaurant, and Muhammad Ali was sitting there. He was actually Cassius Clay. And I didn't know who he was, but my dad was excited, so he sent me over and asked me to ask for his autograph. And he was sitting with 3 women, and he picked me up on his lap, and he talked to me for about 20 minutes, asked me what grade I was in, gave me an autograph signed Cassius Clay, and I lost it.
Oh, man, that would be worth that'd be worth a lot of money, probably. Thanks, Kathy.
That's awesome. My dad met Muhammad Ali in an elevator.
MJ, I could see the callers that are coming up.
Yeah.
And it looks like
there's a couple that I don't want to take.
We've hit the bottom rung. Take Kim. I want you to take Kim in Lakeland so I can tell her what a celebrity is.
No. I'm not taking that call. I'm going to take Stroh first.
Kim in Lakeland.
She's probably got a story because this is an interesting person.
Stroh is in Wesley Chapel. Stroh, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
MJ, the Stroh Show here, reporting again.
The Stroh Show. Go ahead.
So I worked at the Saddlebrook Resort in Wesley Chapel, if you're familiar with it.
I heard of it.
I am.
So you probably saw all kinds of
I had Pete Sampras serve a ball by my head at 140 miles an hour.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they played with Petey.
We played with Pete Sampras. It's a funny story. Hold on one sec, Stroh. Let me tell Roxanne what happened. So somehow... Michelle started taking tennis lessons, and Pete Sampras lived here in the Tampa Bay area and did his training at Saddlebrook. So this is back in the mid-'90s, and we're like, hey, Michelle, let's try to get Pete Sampras to give you a tennis lesson. Sampras was listening, calls in and said, hey, I'd love to give Michelle a tennis lesson.
I bet.
And so we go to Saddlebrook. We meet Pete Sampras at Saddlebrook on a court, and he's giving Michelle a tennis lesson. And then he says, hey, MJ, you get your butt out there. And I'm standing there. I've never played tennis in my life, and I've got the racket. I'm doing that ready shuffle. I'm holding the racket, and I'm going to, I want to get my racket on a Pete Sampras ball. This guy serves a ball pass. I didn't even get a chance to move the racket, and all I hear is by my ear. I mean, it would have smashed my brains in if this thing would have hit me in the face.
Boy.
So, all right, Stro, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a summer job. I actually worked in the tennis courts back in the late 90s, 18 years old. And anyway, I was driving through the parking lot near the tennis courts after I took care of them and everything, and Jennifer Capriati swings by in this green Range Rover and almost cracks me. I had to hit the brakes on the golf cart. She had to slam her brakes on the Range Rover.
Hold on, so wait a minute. So Jennifer Capriati almost ran you over with her green Range Rover?
Yes. And
Guess what? If you owned a retail shop, she might have shoplifted from you.
Yeah, I almost wish she would have hit me.
Thank you,
Jennifer
Stro.
Capriati. Wow.
We're really starting to come close to scraping the bottom of
No,
celebrity.
but that's an interesting story.
Okay, but
now hang on. Dallas and Tampa says he has multiple.
This better be good.
Hang on. Let me
We're gonna
grab
talk
this.
to you about the pig hat guy from Public Access now.
Hi, Dallas. You're on the MJ Morning Show. What celebrity encounters have you had?
So when I first had a job at KFC, we used to always get Plies, the rapper.
Who?
Plies. He's just 2000s rapper. He used to always come through our KFC.
Plies? Like
pliers?
Like Plies.
Plies.
Do you know his songs?
As a group of middle-aged white men and Roxanne.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of
Plies.
Plies the rapper, and Froggy hasn't heard of him. All right, so who's the next one, Dallas?
And then I work at Busch Gardens. I work as a scare actor, and we've had multiple instances of like different celebrities that come through. We had Snoop Dogg come through.
Yeah, come on, lead with that. You give me you start with Plies
Well,
the
no,
rapper,
he's-
and you don't start with. You got to start with Snoop Dogg.
He's working his way up.
All right, so
I'm working in my chronological order.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm sorry to yell at you.
Come through.
Hold on, stop. All right, so Snoop Dogg. Then who's next?
He's always cool.
Conceited. He's a
we're going back down now.
artist, and he's on Wild and Out.
Okay, listen, hold on. Dallas. Only give me people
A-list.
Yeah, top shelf stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Plies is talented, but
Chris Jericho.
The wrestler.
Yeah, we know Chris Jericho. Okay, next.
And then when I also worked at the law firm, we had Andre Vasilevsky come through because he was picking up the title for his house when he was coming to Tampa.
The hockey
Yeah,
player.
yeah, look at that.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
And
he's a nice dude.
one of the bad ones that I've ever had an encounter was we went to Miami for a college trip, and we saw Dennis Rodman at the Mall of Miami.
And what happened? Was that was a bad encounter with Dennis Rodman?
He was being just a prick, and we were just trying to be like just saying hi and stuff, and he was like being a complete ass of himself.
Yeah, you were probably bothering him while he was at the makeup counter. Please.
Hey, Dallas, good stuff, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
No problem.
Have a great day. Eric and Wesley Chapel, it's picking back up. Eric, this is a good one. Eric, you're on the MJ Morning Show. So who did you encounter and where?
So, good morning. Yeah, back in, I think it was 2004 or 2005, the MTV Movie Awards used to be hosted down in Miami Beach. And what happened was everybody would take their yachts and make an entrance over to the movie awards. And so they needed a secure area to do so, so they parked all their boats at the Coast Guard station where I was located. And we saw Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, but the main one that we saw was Dave Chappelle back in 2005, and that was in the heyday of the Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
And
what was Dave Chappelle like back then?
well, we were expecting him to be very, off to himself, doing his own thing because of his celebrity status, but he couldn't have been more outgoing. He spoke to everybody. And he was making jokes. He was telling people not to smoke with the cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
He still has the cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Just stuff like that. And he was extremely outgoing, very positive experience.
Awesome. Eric, thank you, buddy.
Bye, boys.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Let's go from Eric to Erica in St. Pete. And then, Fester, you want me to scrape the bottom of the barrel here?
I just want to tell some of these people that who they think is a celebrity is not a celebrity.
All right, hold on.
Especially one person.
There's just one person.
Let me grab Erica in St. Pete. Erica, who'd you meet?
Harry Styles.
Oh, look at that. What was that song? You're Beautiful, right? It was,
Yeah.
What? Hey, bring that song because that's
beautiful.
Yeah, you're.
You don't know you're beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew, bring up the
voice.
Harry Styles. What was the name of that band he was in?
One Direction.
Thank you. That
The
one.
Turd Boys?
Yeah. The Turd Boys.
That's what I thought it was. I thought he was a...
No, Harry. So where'd you meet Harry Styles and how?
I actually met him backstage at one of his shows because my husband was working, and I really didn't know who he was. I'm not really a pop music fan, but I had seen one of his shows, and I was like, oh, this guy is actually good.
Yeah.
So I'm backstage behind the show, and I asked my husband, I was like, hey, you want to split a smoke with me? He goes, yeah, after we pass the boss. And I was like, oh, who's the boss? And he's like, the boss. And there's Harry just hanging out on a bridge over this little creek, and we've got to walk right past him.
Aww.
And he reaches out his knuckles to give my husband a fist bump, and I'm like, well, I'm here too. I'm doing the fist bump. And I say, I'm the wife. And he goes, my English accent is horrible, so I'm doing American. He goes, excuse me? I said, oh, I'm the wife, just in case you were wondering who I was. And he comes up to me, asks me my name, introduces himself, tells me, asks me about my tree.
I like Satellite.
All right, now I got to move along here, but there are a couple that are left on hold.
I just want to talk to Kim in Lakeland, not mention her person.
All right,
but
all right, go ahead. You're that was Valerie. I pilled. You want Kim is on what? On line 4?
4.
All right, Kim on 4. Go ahead, Kim. You're on with Fester.
Hey, Kim, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
So I see the name that you want to talk about, and I gosh, that is not a celebrity.
I know, but it's the only person that was well known that I met.
Then maybe you pass on this.
Did he burn a cross in your yard?
No, I worked at a law firm.
Well, Kim. The rules of the morning show is not every listener has to participate in every segment. You can just sit back and enjoy them.
That's who doesn't even like me to participate.
I don't even know. So, Kim, listen. I don't want to offend you. I cherish you as a listener, but I don't even know if I want to mention this guy's name on the show.
Who is it?
It's
the reason I'm mentioning it is because, back in the 90s, this was like 1990.
He was a neo-Nazi bigot.
KKK.
Yeah, I know. And he's not like a celebrity, but back then, I worked in the Deep South, and I think he had run for governor.
I think it was Congress or something.
Yeah, I don't even want to mention this guy's name.
All right, so
I know, and look, I'm totally against it, but I just wanted to say it, and seeing him in person, and I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
He's a great-looking neo-Nazi KKK dude.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
that's like saying Hitler had a nice comb over. What are you doing? All right, Kim, thank you for listening.
Kim, I'm not mentioning the guy's name. Kim, thank you so much for calling.
She held for 35 minutes.
All right, Kim, listen, don't be angry. Don't be angry at me, okay?
I'm not. I gave it a shot.
All right, thank you.
Just getting in there, part of the convo.
Thank you for listening.
Man, the phones are jammed here. I mean, Rick in Port Richey. Rick, who'd you run into and how?
I sold Randy Macho Man Savage a Corvette.
Dude. And how was Randy Savage to deal with when he was alive?
nicest guy you ever meet.
Yeah, we met him numerous times. He was in the radio station,
What year?
So before
He brought me to his parents' house and invited me for dinner.
You want to come over for some dinner?
Yeah, his mom was making a killer pot of spaghetti sauce. But
Was Lanny
I didn't
Poffo
have
there?
I didn't have the nerve to say, yeah, I'll eat with you.
Hey, Froggy, yes, Lanny Poffo, his brother. I just
Yeah.
realized he passed away.
Dead as a doornail, just
I
like
didn't know
me.
that.
Froggy, come on.
mind.
So,
Rest in peace. Hey,
Lanny.
Rick, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Long before I ever got into radio, my dad made me open up my first investment account at AG Edwards in Seminole.
Yeah.
And so I'm there opening up my first investment account, giving my $100 check.
And
Macho Man Randy Savage walks in.
Yeah.
And you know what? He was like a totally chill, toned down version of
Hey, kid, don't put your money in here. Buy some Slim Jims. Oh, yeah.
All he wanted me to do is buy Slim Jim stock.
All right, a couple more. Bobby in Tampa. Bobby, you ran into who?
Senator Ted Kennedy. I served him at Brandeis University.
Yeah, how many drinks did he have?
Keep them coming, sweetheart.
How much liquor did he put back?
He only had 2 glasses of wine. That was it. It was a luncheon. It was a president's luncheon.
That was a light night. Hey, Bobby, thanks for the call. Brittany in Largo. Brittany, you're on the the last ones. The phones won't stop ringing on this. And then I got to talk about the whole Spectrum ESPN situation.
Oh, yeah.
Our buddy Billy Howard has filed a lawsuit. Do you know about this?
I don't know about it yet.
All the blacked out Disney channels, if you're on Spectrum Cable. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Who did I pick up? I picked up, what, Val?
Yeah, line 3.
No, I'm sorry, Brittany first. Brittany in Largo. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, how are you?
Who'd you meet?
So I got to meet Beyonce. Have you guys heard of her?
Yes, we've heard of Beyonce. I think she might have just been at Ray J a couple of weeks ago.
She was. I met her back in the early 90s when she was with Destiny's Child. They did like a meet and greet at Tyrone Square Mall. So I got to take a picture with her and give her a hug, and she was the sweetest person ever.
Awesome. Thank you, Brittany. Have a great day. Mike is in Brooksville. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Who did you meet and how?
I was in a radio contest with this local disc jockey for his Millennium Baby contest in '99.
And who the hell was it?
You and your wife.
It was you. It was you.
Yeah.
We had that contest.
So what kind of douche was this MJ guy?
He was just arrogant. And he was short though. His wife was cool, and she was nice. She was really tall.
Yeah, she's lovely.
So you just had a bad experience with this MJ guy, right?
Yeah, and
terrible.
He put us up in this cheap hotel for us to make babies.
Sounds just like
all right.
Mike, did I actually meet you?
Yes, at the hotel.
And I was
for the Millennium Baby contest.
And I was nice, right?
Yeah,
I know.
You and your wife were very nice.
Yeah, and she is like a head taller than me. All right, Mike, thanks for the call.
All
right, let's last one. Hey, I'm going to pick up Valerie, and then that's it, because I can't take any more calls. Valerie in St. Pete, which celebrities have you met, Val? Quickly.
Oh, I've met a lot.
And now, is this at your job?
How about Joe DiMaggio?
Wow. Hold on.
What year
Joe
was that?
DiMaggio.
All right, now, where was this?
Well, I worked for Eastern Airlines. This was back in the 80s.
Oh,
and
yeah. Worked for Frank Borman back in the day.
Exactly. He was flying to Naples, and he was really low-key.
Were you a flight attendant?
No, I worked at the gate.
Okay.
And he really didn't want any attention. He was kind of sitting in the...
Oh, who's the guy with his head frozen in a jar?
That's Ted Williams.
Oh, yeah. Do you ever meet Ted Williams and his frozen head?
No, but
about Rolling
DiMaggio
Fingers?
was very subdued. I wanted to ask him about Maryland, but I could
Anyone else? Quickly, Val, I got to run.
Oh, well, Steven Tyler, I met him at Disney World back in the 80s when they had those all-day concerts at the Tangerine Bowl.
Oh, wow.
We were at Disney the day before Magic Kingdom. Steven Tyler was at a street light right on Main Street. I went up to him. I said, "Do you know you look like Steven Tyler?" He said, "Yeah, I've been told that before."
That's great. Did he finally come clean and say he was Steven Tyler?
Yeah, he did. And I said, "I'm going to your concert tomorrow." And I said, "Now, the concert's Easter Sunday, so don't party too much."
There you go. Thank you, Val. Appreciate it. I've always heard Steven Tyler from Aerosmith is just nice. I met him years ago in Los Angeles, and he was nice. Absolutely. So let me get Billy Howard on the phone. Are you going to say so?
No, I've seen a couple of Steven Tyler things where he has a really dark side too.
Why do you have to drag this? Why do you have to bring Negative Nelly to this?
I mean, we all love Steven Tyler because he can sing good, but he might be the biggest creep in the world.
Dude, I know
he's a really nice guy.
I've always heard great things about Steven Tyler, and you're just making up
a couple of online stories about him that are repulsive.
I haven't heard those. All right, hang on.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right?
I want to get Billy Howard on the phone. Billy Howard, the consumer protection lawyer, and
Billy Howard.
When Billy answers his phone, it's almost like Better Call Saul. It's like you have a similar voice. You know that?
Hey, you do too. When I hear your voice, I feel like I'm going into a trance, like whatever MJ says I must do. He is telling me everything good in life.
We don't feel that way.
You should work here, Bill.
All right. So Billy Howard. Billy, what's the name of your firm again? The Consumer...
Yeah, the consumer protection firm.
There we go.
Because we protect consumers.
All right, so Billy Howard, local lawyer, well known. So, Billy, I just saw like a day ago that you filed a suit against Spectrum Cable, I guess Charter Communications, the parent company, but because of this whole ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Deportes, ESPNU, ESPN News, SEC Network, ACC Network, Longhorn Network, FX Movie Channel,
We get
FXX,
a lot of channels.
Freeform, National Geographic, Nat Geo Wild, Nat Geo Mundo, Disney Channel, Disney Junior, Disney XD, Baby T. So
a lot of channels.
Right, so you filed a suit against the cable company. So what gives?
Yeah, so I'm at the beach with my family, and everybody's getting ready to watch the Gator game. I'm bringing in surfboards from the beach, and all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up from all my buddies I went to University of Florida with, and all these people that are big Disney fans. I'm from Florida, so I grew up going to Disney. I have a 9 and a 10-year-old. We take them to Disney all the time, and they're like, "Are you going to let them do this to us?" And I'm like, "Do what?" And they're like, "They just shut off football." So
the big deal was that, literally 2 minutes, 3 minutes before the Gators game is supposed to start, they black out, and there's a carriage dispute between Spectrum Cable and all of the Disney-owned channels, including all the ESPN channels. So they're all blacked out with like a message that they're having a dispute. They're trying to, negotiate in good faith. So, Billy, why have you sued Spectrum?
Well, because they're stealing money from their customers. It's like Lucy pulling the ball away from Charlie Brown right before he's about to kick it, and then saying, "Oh, Mickey Mouse made me do it." They set this up, MJ, as a tool for negotiating.
So do you think they chose the time right before the Gators game to make it go dark, to make the biggest impact?
Hell yes. Am I allowed to say hell on the radio?
Yeah, you could say hell.
Okay, hell yes, they did that. Look, my son woke up this morning singing, "Are you ready for some football?" Can you imagine if everybody's gathered around the TV, and then 1 minute before kickoff tonight of the NFL season, they pull the show and then say, "Hey, Donald Duck made us do this." That's exactly what happened.
That's just goofy.
So do you have any insight?
That is damn goofy.
Do you have any insight as to who's being greedy here? Is it a 50-50 when it comes down to it, aside from the lawsuit and the timing of making all these channels go dark? Do you have any insight into who's right, who's wrong? Is it really they need to meet in the middle and compromise, or is Disney trying to hold Spectrum over a barrel? What is the read on this?
Yeah, so what it looks like is that there are contractual disputes. I'm going to guess that you have had a contractual dispute in your life.
Yep.
And I have also.
But to wait 1 minute before kickoff and then say, Disney did this to us. And what you should do is go to DisneyMakeUsAFairDeal.com is absolutely preposterous. You know, if you want a fair deal on this, go to theconsumerprotectionfirm.com because that's the only way you're going to get your money back from these guys stealing it from you.
So you're filing a class action lawsuit and you're looking for people to join your class?
Yeah. I mean, look, once we file, everybody's in the putative class. And so it always helps, though, to have, and man, my phone has been ringing off the hook since Tuesday morning when we filed this case. And the reason is because you pay for a monthly subscription to get football. People, the Gator Nation was out there waiting for kickoff, and they are outraged. And everybody looks to me and says, Billy, you got to go get our money back. And I said, just let me get back from the beach, and I will. So we filed it Tuesday.
Gotcha.
And yeah, what we're doing is we're looking for people that that this happened to, but it's happened to a lot of people, and we think we got a real good chance of getting everybody's money back.
You know, I got an email. I'm trying to find it. I'm looking through my email right now, but you know, as far as people getting their money back and, you know, whatever, you know, the proration would be, for instance, I got an email. Let me see if I can find this. I believe the woman sent it to me. She was part of like one of the Apple class action lawsuits for the iPhone. And
right.
she got a check. Listen to this. I got it. Amanda Colette. Amanda is an MJ Morning Show listener. And she sent me an email because she DM'd me on Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, and she said, MJ, you were talking about whatever, and hey, I got a settlement check from Apple in this whole iPhone deal. She got a check for 16 cents, Billy. And she sent me a copy. Look, hey, MJ, here's a copy of the settlement check. Thank you, Amanda. Sent from her iPad. I got to show this to the screen. From Huntington Bank. This is the Apple paid no dollars and 16 cents to Amanda, and she sends me a copy of the check. I mean, you got to see. Hold on a minute. I'm holding this up to MJ TV right now. 16 cents. 16 freaking cents is what she got in this check. Pay no dollars and 16 cents. I mean,
well, you know what? I bet if you look on that, you will not see that I was her lawyer in that case.
I got you.
Hey, I'll tell you this. When I was growing up, I was at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, and there was a penny in the middle of the elevator, and I was in there with old man Griffin, and all these people saw that penny on the ground, and you know what he did? He hiked up his orange gator shorts, reached down and picked up that penny and said, I'm going to add this to my collection. So, you know, and he's worth probably in today's dollars a couple $1 billion. So if someone sends me free money, I'm all for it. But the class actions that I have been involved in, the last class I had, my client got $15,000 in his pocket.
Wow.
And it was a robocall case, and you and I have talked about these robocall cases. He got 2 text messages, and I got him $15,000, and the rest of the class all got $500. In the last data breach case I had, all the plaintiffs in that case got $5,000, and then all the class members, all the people that had this same Capital One data breach, they all got up to $25,000 based upon what happened to them. And in this case, you know, the dollars are going to be relatively consistent. But I'll tell you what, I know how to read pretty well. I've read a few things in my life.
So, Billy, you're saying that you're literate.
I'm literate. You're literate. But I want you to tell me what Spectrum is charging, because it's all over the board for how much they charge people a month. So we're getting back what you paid Spectrum in what they took from you. But they just make shit up. Am I allowed to say shit on the radio?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
I just dumped you. So
No, dump him
you,
again.
You can't say the S-bomb twice. No, we can't. We can't do that.
All right. So what they charge you is bull blank. Now we are going to get back from Spectrum. We're going to get back the money that was taken from them.
Billy, listen, always great to have you on. Listen, I've had some good service from Spectrum lately. Did my ESPNs, did my Nat Geo disappear? It did. So I guess I got to join the class. Hey, Billy, great to have you on, buddy.
Hey, I'll tell you what, MJ, you're already part of the class. I got you on my spreadsheet.
All right, thank you, Billy. Just get me more than 16 cents, okay?
Hey, I'm going to get you a hell of a lot more. And can I make a shout out to my buddy Rodney, whose birthday is today?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, shout out Rodney Daly. All my buddies from Winter Haven who called me and said, are you going to let them do this to us? The answer is no, I am not.
Billy Howard, the Consumer Protection Law Firm. Thank you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Good to hear from you.
All right.
Boy.
Yeah, I love the guy. You know, to me, he kind of reminds me, like voice-wise, a little bit like Better Call Saul.
Dude,
you know,
I would settle with him just to have him stop yelling at me. All right, fine, we'll settle. Stop yelling at us.
All right, quick break. This wraps up over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Folks, you got to tell folks you listen to the MJ Morning Show and why, because you never know what the heck's going to happen on this show. When we get back, man, remember that Pete Davidson PETA phone call, Froggy? Remember that voice? Remember the back in the news? Pete Davidson and PETA, they're poking at Pete. What is PETA doing to Pete Davidson? PETA Davidson. That's coming up. And then also at 9:10 this morning, shocking information from work. Is this happening where you work? Shocking, I said. All coming up on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. As God is my witness, I had no idea that cockroaches could fly.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shut up. You didn't know that?
I did. Yep. I know I sound like, who is that? Les Nessman from WKRP.
Yeah, he's
It
talking
wasn't
about...
it? As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly or something like that. So as God is my witness, I had no idea that I've never seen a flying cockroach. And I'm leaving this morning, and I'm walking out of my garage, and I walk in, and the motion sensor turns on the lights for the overhead garage door openers from Banco, and I see a cockroach scurrying. As I walk closer, it flies at me, and then it flies onto the wall. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know that cockroaches could fly.
They do.
Not only can they fly, but they give off like a clicking sound while they fly.
Let me tell you, my dogs, like if we have a little cockroach or, palmetto bug or whatever the hell
They're roaches.
Yeah, listen, they are.
Yeah,
and they're all over the place here in Florida. And my dogs can hear them in the house. So we could be watching with the TV on, and suddenly the dogs go, and their ears perk up. Then they run. And this happened like 3 weeks ago. And a box that was delivered must have had a cockroach in it, one of these, and the dogs are then clawing at the box, and guess what? A roach climbs out of but the dogs are 30 feet away, and my Jack Russell Terriers heard a cockroach going, or whatever the hell they were doing. So, I saw this morning, and I'm like, I had no idea. So I looked this thing up. Hang on, let me share with this. So I looked up, do cockroaches fly?
Of course,
right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what do you think's on their back?
So I don't think they can fly like across the state like a bird, but I think they can like glide down.
Let me read this. So from Orkin.com.
That's pretty official.
All right. In the immature nymph state, American cockroaches are wingless and incapable of flight. Adults have useful wings and can fly for short distances. If they start from a high place, such as a tree, they can glide for some distance. However,
like 100 feet.
American cockroaches aren't regular. I had one fly from my garage floor this morning. So, hey, Orkin, come to my house and take a look at my cockroaches.
According to Roxanne Roach over here, it's 100 feet.
Right.
100 feet. They can't fly vertically 100 feet, but if they're coming from up above, they
but
can...
he was on the floor and flew.
They can jump. They got some hops.
I'm telling you, I know what I saw this morning. All right, so Pete Davidson. Just when you thought that chapter was over, do you remember the Pete Davidson phone call?
Yeah, I love that.
Remember, so Pete Davidson bought like some kind of purebred puppy or something, and then PETA flipped out because it was high-profile celebrity news that Pete Davidson bought a dog. And
it was hypoallergenic. That's why he bought it.
But didn't go to a shelter to get a rescue pet. Listen, folks, I encourage going to a shelter. If you can rescue a pet, if you're okay with going to the shelter and finding a dog to get it out of that shelter and give an animal a beautiful home, love this animal, then if you can do that, then that is fantastic. I encourage it. But also, listen, if you want a puppy that's a purebred and you want something specific, I'm not going to bash you for that. So PETA bashed Pete Davidson for not going to get a rescue dog. And then Pete Davidson left a voicemail for PETA.
Hi, my name's Pete Davidson. This message is for Daphna. Thank you so much for making comments publicly that I didn't adopt a dog. I just want to let you know I'm severely allergic to dogs, so I have to get a specific breed. I'm only not allergic to Cavapoos and those type of dogs. And my mom's dog, who was 2 years old, died a week prior, and we're all so sad, so I had to get a specific dog. So why don't you do your research before you create news stories for people, because you're a boring, tired F you and suck my
End of message.
Whoa.
That was Pete Davidson leaving a message for somebody at PETA after they attacked him. and he needed a hypoallergenic dog, a specific type, and then Peter
Cavapoo.
A Cavapoo.
Was that a
What is
Cavalier and a
Cavalier Spaniel or something, and a poodle?
Poodle.
Yeah, it must be.
So good for Pete.
Well, that was an old story. That was an old voicemail from, I don't know, 6 months ago or something, somewhere in the earlier this year. So here's the update. PETA is now selling Pete Davidson Halloween costumes after the F-bomb tirade. And the costume includes like some kind of a hoodie that has "I should have adopted" screen printed on the front. Then they've got a Pete Davidson like mask, and they have a little dog stuffed animal with "Shelter Dogs Rule," a bandana around its neck. And then Pete Davidson, what is in his hand? Is that like
That's a cell phone?
Is that a cell phone?
Because he called and left a message.
And then on the hat, it has like the expletives, the pound sign, dollar sign, @ sign, exclamation point, percentage. So are they really selling this, or is this just some kind of an online gimmick?
I think is a combination of both. They may have, 50 of them printed up.
According to TMZ, they unveil the Pete Davidson F-bomb voicemail Halloween costume. TMZ. PETA is cashing in on Pete Davidson's anger. The organization is selling a Halloween costume based on the infamously unhinged voicemail Pete left PETA during their feud over a puppy. We've learned PETA's limited edition costume comes with a paper mask of Pete's face, "I should have adopted" hoodie, hat with censored cuss word plastered on it, referring to his profanity-laced phone call after the organization called him out, blah, blah, blah. It also comes with a plush dog wearing the Shelter Dogs Rule. The whole look is going for $99.99. All proceeds are going toward spay and neuter surgeries to help combat the overpopulation of homeless dogs. So, and then Pete Davidson now, so TMZ updated the story yesterday. A source close to Pete says it's disgusting they'd capitalize on someone's mental health and not to mention illegal use of his likeness.
Yeah, they can't sell that shirt.
Sure they can. It's a caricature.
Well, it's a mask, so it's a mask that's a caricature.
So, okay.
Of Pete Davidson.
Is that the definition of an unhinged voicemail, of where you leave a couple of curse words and a bleep to bleep at the end?
I don't think it's unhinged.
I mean, that's like every conversation I have with my friends.
I thought it was very entertaining. All right, so it is almost 9:10. It's 9:09. Close enough. I said 9:10 this morning. This is, hopefully I can get some phone calls on this. This is something that's happening at work. Oh, Roxanne thinks she knows what it is.
So do you want me to tell you what my guess was yesterday?
Yeah.
I read a story that more and more people in HR are having affairs.
In HR?
In HR. That's the department where people are most likely to have affairs. Workplace affairs.
Well, you're pretty darn close here.
They know better.
Whoa,
you're close. There is an unbelievable number of workers here in the United States that have had sex with a coworker. That's the story. A shocking number of workers here in America have had sex with a coworker, according to a survey. And there were 2,017 American adults that were surveyed, and that's a pretty good number. You can get some statistically decent results from this. 40% of respondents admitted that they had sex and or a romantic relationship with a coworker.
Wow.
11% admitted that they were all up in kinky with a colleague while they were in a relationship with someone else. And 9% of those were actually married, and they were still having a flingy dingy wingy bingy at work. Yeah.
Well,
why you point? Hey, hold on one sec. Why you first?
Froggy met his wife at work.
Why'd you just point at Froggy?
Because he met his wife at work. He's part of that 9%, right?
I mean,
9% is those that were married and were having an affair at work.
I thought 9% got married.
40%. No, dude.
Listen,
why don't you
dude.
get the food out of your ears and listen. All right.
It's only
listen to me. 40% of respondents admitted they had sex and or a romantic relationship with a coworker. 11% admitted that they got little kinky, got it on with a colleague while they were already in a relationship with someone else. 9% of those were married.
Okay, I'm sorry. So Froggy's
a lot
only,
of numbers.
Froggy's only in the 40%.
Hang on a sec. My son Julian just buzzed the hotline.
What, did he have sex with a coworker?
I hope not.
Because I want to hear all about it.
He's 19 years old. He's at college, never had a job. Hey, Julian, what's up?
So there's this rumor at NYU apparently like last year where everybody in this one class was, sleeping with each other. And it made the whole class like super awkward. And even like the professor was like, all right, guys, what's going on? And someone was like, well, everybody's sleeping with everybody. And so nobody worked. So like they all did individual projects instead of like doing like the actual group work that they were supposed to do.
Oh, man. Hey, are you on the streets of New York right now?
I am. I'm walking to class.
Oh, wow. And you're listening to us live on the app, right?
Yeah, always. Q105.
What do you listen? Which app do you listen to?
I use the Q105 app.
Oh, fantastic.
Every morning.
All right, so just go to the App Store or whatever, play, and download Q105 Tampa Bay app. And Julian's up in New York City right now, walking a class at NYU, first week, and he's listening to us. Well,
Hey, watch out for the homeless guy duty.
yeah, all over the place.
Hey, Julian,
They're everywhere.
Julian, do what you have to do to get into that class.
No, stay away from that
No,
class.
get in that class.
That's hysterical. So they all had to do individual projects because all the tension was too awkward in the whole class.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, Julian, have a great day at school today, okay?
I will do.
All right, buddy, thanks. All right, let's go to phones on this. Let's take our own little survey here. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Have you had a sexual relationship with a coworker at work? So if you want to use your name, that's fine. If you want to stay anonymous, that's fine. But I'd like to grab some calls here. This is our 910 must-hear story of the day, which I promoted yesterday that you got to listen at 910, and here we are. So tell me, have you had a sexual relationship with a coworker? If you want to remain anonymous, you can. Now, this could be tricky getting folks to call in, but usually we can get calls on just about anything. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Have you gotten it on with a coworker? Were you in a relationship with someone else when that happened? Were you married when that happened? Let's see what the phones will bring. 800-990-1047. Yes, Rox.
I have a story. When I was working at Arthur Anderson back in the day, and you have to remember this is pre-Me Too era.
Yep.
So things were different. That was how
It was 20 years
everybody,
before Me Too.
right? That was how everybody.
Did you have a fling at Arthur Anderson?
No, I was.
Oh, you were the
being
only
courted-
one?
I was being courted by my then husband. Okay,
I
so-
thought you were going to say you were being courted by your boss at Arthur Anderson.
No.
She had an affair with Arthur N.
Hey,
Anderson.
hey, Roxanne, let's go over these Enron numbers, and I've got them spread out on my desk. Like, would you mind spreading out on my desk here?
Whoa, that's pretty.
I'm sorry. All right, that was terrible.
Dude.
All right, I'm sorry.
It's actually
Hey,
hot.
all right, all the phones are ringing here.
Yeah,
All
but
right?
the point is like that's everybody worked so hard. It was odd, and we all drank a lot too. That was back in the day. We had big budgets to go out drinking after all of our long days at work, and everybody would hook up. Everybody would find their spouse that way, and as soon as you got together with someone, they were going to be your spouse, and that person got shipped to one of our clients and got a new job with a client. So it worked out fine.
That's
Great.
great. Well, thank you
Sounded
very
like a
much.
party atmosphere.
All right.
It was.
Wendy's in Brandon. Wendy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ, how are you?
We're doing well. Go ahead.
Well, this is back in Chicago, and it was actually my boss. And it wasn't exactly planned on, but we kind of just tripped over each other, fell in love, and we're actually getting married.
Oh, hold on. You're getting married? So is this somewhat recent?
No, we've actually been together about 10 years.
Okay, and you're finally getting married after a decade.
Yes.
Oh, and you're both now here in Florida?
Yes, we are.
Oh, what a lovely fall in love story. It's like a rom-com.
Right. It should be. We need to make a movie or something.
So what brought you out of Chicago down here to the Tampa Bay area?
Oh, so done with snow, so done with sleet, and it's beautiful here.
Yep. Hey, thank you, Wendy. Appreciate it. Kelly, Holmes Beach. Kelly, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, Kelly. What's the deal?
I met somebody when I was working in the Midwest, and he was from out of the country. He was from England, and my takeaway from the whole thing is that you need to be very careful about it, because he was a senior person with the company, and I was a junior person, and I said, I don't think this is a good idea.
Who made the first move?
He did.
Okay.
And
so you said it's not a good idea, but clearly you didn't resist.
Right, I did not.
Okay.
And then I said, if there's repercussions, I said, I will be the one that'll have the repercussions, not you. So that's just something that people need to keep in mind when they're...
Did anything happen?
We ended up getting married.
Oh, and what's the status of that marriage?
We were finished. I divorced him.
Oh, my God!
And I left him over there where I found him.
Hold on. So you got divorced and you left him over there where you found him over in across the pond in the UK?
Yes, I did.
Oh, all right. Have you found love again, Kelly?
No.
Kelly, how long ago was this?
Let's see. I moved here 8 years ago.
8 years ago. How old are you, Kelly?
I am 54.
All right. So, you just made that 25 to 54. Thank you. All right. So, are you doing the Tinder thing? Are you dating? You trying to find someone?
Yes, and the dating thing sucks.
Yeah.
So I can't stand the dating apps. It's a lot of, dick pics and stuff that, it's like, whoa, I didn't
I'll let that
didn't
slide.
ask for any of that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Kelly, thank you. I appreciate you checking in. Do you listen to us every day, Kelly?
Of course I do. I started listening to you guys in St. Louis, where I'm from.
Z1077. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, have a great day. Keep in touch with us.
You too, guys.
All right. Anonymous in Land O'Lakes. Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Phones, every single line is jammed here. Tell you, my 9:10 must-hear story today is a hot one. All right. Who was that?
That was Pastor.
What are you doing?
French?
Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show, Land O'Lakes. Go ahead.
Hey there. Hey, not only with a coworker, but at work.
Oh, you did it with a coworker at work?
Yeah, but not like everything, just like messing around in the bathroom.
Oh, man.
Oh, dirty.
Where was this?
When I was young and stupid.
Yeah, but what type of business?
A nursing home.
Oh, my God.
Those bathrooms are disgusting there.
Man. How old were you and who'd you mess around with?
Another CNA, and it was like, oh God, I must have been maybe 22.
Oh, man.
What's going on in the bathroom? I hear knocking.
What's that banging against my wall?
They weren't conscious.
Wait, you're in some like elderly, you're in someone is incapacitated person's room, and you guys are doing it and doing things in the bathroom?
Yep.
It's hot.
Wow.
Like I said, young and stupid.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in.
YOLO.
All right. Another anonymous in Clearwater. And folks, if you're just tuning in, I had a new survey about a shocking number of American workers that have had sex with their coworker, and that's why we're taking calls on this. All right, just a few more. Anonymous Clearwater, you're up. Hi.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yes, Anonymous.
So, 20 years ago, I worked on a cruise ship, and it was a floating frat house. I mean, every department has different length contracts. So some departments would be there 3 months, some would be there 6 months. Every department would find hookups in another department. So the entertainment staff would be the bar staff who would be sleeping with the wait staff and so on and so forth. It was just this rotating conveyor belt of partying.
Wow, it sounds like the USS STD or something.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. The
USSTD.
Yeah. So, hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate the call. Stacy's in Davenport. Then we'll grab Mama Kay, and that's it. I got to move. We're running late. Stacy, Davenport, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
actually, back in 1990, I lived in Chicago, and I was a telemarketing manager, and they had hired an outside salesperson and came and introduced him to our telemarketing room, if you will. And he walked away. I said, I'm going to marry that guy someday. Bottom line is we got to be really good friends. He wouldn't go out with me because there was an age difference. Finally succumbed to dating me, and we've been married 31 years.
Oh, what a sweet love story. Thank you, Stacy. All right, final call on this. Mama Kay in St. Pete. Yes, Mama Kay.
Hi, MJ. Yes is the answer, and I think a lot of the reason is you're so busy working where else, you're hot and horny, right?
Okay.
Hot and horny Mama Kay, baby. And what type of job were you at where you were getting it on with a coworker?
GTE.
Oh, the old
G.
GTE then became Verizon, and then Verizon is sold out to Frontier. Thank you, Mama Kay.
Okay.
Well, that was
See you later.
She was done with us.
Okay.
I had a friend.
She's like,
of a-
wham, bam, thank you, ma'am,
I had a friend of a friend who was involved in crime. Well, no, not. I'm sorry. Fighting crime. Fighting crime.
Can you hold on to this?
Yeah, it's just a little tidbit.
All right, go ahead. Hurry up.
Well, they were having an affair, but I was a friend of a friend, but I didn't want to make too much judgment because
So law
it was
enforcement
law
officers-
enforcement, but like gruesome crime division, and I just thought to my end.
Were they having like sex at crime scenes?
I don't know, but I just thought to myself.
So
like, the
a
stuff
male
that
and
you
a female
see-
law enforcement officer were getting it on.
Yeah.
At gruesome crime scenes.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Not at the crime scenes, but and after.
Will they get turned on after the crime scene? Let's do it in the back of the cruiser.
A bizarre release, and
a bizarre release.
What?
Yeah, what I'm saying, as it was explained to me, is it was a very stressful job.
Can you explain what explain what a release is, please? All right, quick break. 9:24. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And folks, there's no other morning radio show that's more entertaining than this in the Tampa Bay area. So do us a favor, do the MJ3 a day. Please tell 3 people that you listen to the MJ Morning Show, and they should too. Give us a shot on 104.7 FM. What's amazing is, we did 18 years on FLZ. Then we've been back here on Q105 for 3 years now. And it's still amazing the number of people that don't know we're back. So tell 3 people that you listen to the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM. 9:24, let's grab a quick break, and then we've got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next here on Q105. Now, utility... Is 9:31 at the MJ Morning Show. I am MJ with Fester only in the room. I don't know where Roxanne went. I have no idea where Froggy is. It's the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Hey, so it's a duo. It's the Fester and MJ show right now.
We'll manage.
Yeah. Hey, we have a lot to do in the final chunk here, including the remarkable video of that dude escaping from that Pennsylvania prison. This was like top story everywhere yesterday. I saw it on like nightly news shows. This was like a top story on some of the national broadcasts.
Was he caught yet?
No. Andrew, do me a favor. Listen, I haven't seen any breaking news to this effect during the course of our show. Andrew, can you see, just go to, just type in this Danilo Cavallante and see if there's any update. I don't know how they can't catch this guy with like the FLIR cameras and the heat sensing, IR equipment. I don't know how they can't find this guy. This is just nuts. But did you see the video? Fester, bring up the video. You got to see this. This guy did like an American Ninja Warrior wall walk. And this is insane. So, have you ever seen American Ninja Warrior?
Of course.
Where they do the wall where they have to like walk along the two parallel walls of like acrylic material.
That's a real Spider-Man looking move.
Exactly. It's like total Spider-Man crap. They're shimming. This guy, this Brazilian murderer in jail or in prison in Pennsylvania, he's in like this outside rec area, and it's underneath like a covered like walkway area. And above, there must be some way, if you get like many feet up, there's got to be access to the roof. So this guy does like an American Ninja Warrior walk, and he puts his body parallel with the ground. So
this guy's super strong.
He's horizontal, uses his arms and his legs during this corridor, and shimmies up the wall. Arms in front, legs in the back, and he's doing a horizontal climb up the wall outside to a roof area, and that's how this guy escaped. Hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Grab some of the video. Andrew's got his thumbs up, so we'll have this up shortly. If you haven't seen the video of this guy escaping this Pennsylvania penitentiary, we have, in moments, we'll have the video up on mjmorningshow.com, and it'll be on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. So near the top, look for As Heard on the MJ Morning Show, and the link to this will be there. It's remarkable. So there's a massive manhunt. They've closed schools like within a major radius of the prison. Schools are out for days this week.
So 2 entire school districts in Pennsylvania have canceled classes. Wow.
This is while they're waiting for this guy. Danilo Cavalcante, 34 years old, serving a life sentence in the Chester County Prison, was caught on camera walking into the secluded area and then shimmying between two walls about 5 feet apart.
So he's not even though he's a very bad man, he is not a large man.
He's only about 5 feet tall. I think he only clocks in at 5 feet tall. Yes, Andrew.
Where was somebody who was supposed to be watching these cameras?
Well, obviously that's a problem. And then this is what's nuts. Somebody's getting fired here because there was another escape apparently the same way a couple of months earlier. I think it was back in May. There was another escape in May, very similar. So what did they do to fix this loophole, to fix this flaw in their security system? Obviously not a freaking thing.
You look like a ninja.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Well, if you were in here, we called him American Ninja Warrior.
Well, I was looking for a broom.
Yeah, you're down the hall somewhere.
They're all broken.
Oh, yeah, we still have Froggy shredded catalog from earlier. Folks,
let's not talk about that.
If you miss any of the show, Froggy had a meltdown. That's the second one this week. You had the Jimmy Buffett meltdown on Tuesday. You smashed a chair.
You wouldn't let me do my tribute, and that's BS?
Yeah, you wanted to do an hour-long takeover tribute at 8 o'clock on Tuesday, and that wasn't going to happen.
Easy, MJ. You're going to trigger him again. We're going to have a third meltdown.
Yeah, and I'm not here tomorrow, so I have a couple
What do you mean
minutes.
you're not here tomorrow?
I told you, I'm out of town.
Froggy is out Friday and Monday.
Oh, so you're
and
out.
Probably Tuesday, depending on how long my flight is.
Oh, yeah. Whatever excuse to call in sick. All right, so
No.
Froggy, you're out tomorrow and Monday?
Yeah, and I'll miss you all, and you guys better do a good job.
Where the hell are you going now?
My second home, Indianapolis.
You going to
You
going to the St. Elmo Steakhouse?
I might have a client or two meeting me there.
Dude, Froggy has a second family in Indianapolis.
I'm telling you.
And she's like, when are you coming home?
Joey B.
Yeah, it happens.
Our old producer, Joey B. His father, they grew up, he lived in Kearney, New Jersey, which is a really decrepit, rundown place right outside of Manhattan. Kearney.
It's a dump.
Right on Route 9 over there. Was it 119, whatever it is. And Kearney's a hole. But Joey B grew up there, and Joey B's dad had a whole other family. I think it was, Pennsylvania?
Literally, like other kids, another
kids,
wife.
Exactly. A whole different mystery family.
Isn't that crazy?
See, Doug thinks it's hilarious when you guys say that he has another family in the Bahamas. And then, when I accompany him to the Bahamas and he leaves every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to go golf.
Yeah, he wakes up his other kids.
I know,
he makes his other kids breakfast. We know. Doug knows.
Oh, have fun with your other family.
Yeah,
goodbye.
Great. Hey, did you see this maniac on this gerbil wheel that was trying to go from Florida to London?
What did he do that's illegal? Why was he arrested?
Because he was bringing about a danger to himself. So the Coast Guard, they have the ability to shut you down. If you're on an unsafe craft and you have the chance of potentially losing life or limb, the Coast Guard, this guy has a homemade gerbil wheel that he was doing a gerbil run in this round circular wheel, and he was going to go from Florida all the way to
London,
the UK.
This guy looks amazing. He looks fine.
This guy is a nutcase.
I don't think that's seaworthy.
This dude has mental problems.
Froggy, this is the most buoyant thing in the ocean right now.
No, it's not.
Look at this thing. And all you do is walk and he has these big paddles. It was 70 miles out.
All right, listen. All right, so this guy is facing federal charges. U.S. Coast Guard spotted him 70 nautical miles off of Tybee Island, Georgia. You know they once lost a nuclear bomb off Tybee. Do you know that story?
It was just sitting there?
I think it's still in the mud. I don't
exploded?
I don't know. I don't think it's ever been recovered. Tybee Island, and in fact, I brought this story up years ago, and I said, "Man, I got a great movie idea." And I had somebody contact me that said they were related to some big Hollywood producer, and would I like to work with them on the? Anyway, I never got back to them.
What?
But
You got to make a movie, and you were like, nah.
Listen, I'm telling you. I believe that there's still an unrecovered nuclear bomb somewhere buried in mud off of Tybee Island, Georgia.
Sounds like a History
Hold
Channel
on.
show.
So in
making.
1958, there was an airplane midair collision, and one of them was carrying a big bomb, and they never found the bomb.
See, I told you.
What a horrible bomb. It didn't even go off.
It didn't go off.
What a good bomb for not just going off.
Exactly. You want to deliberately detonate a bomb and not have it just go off. But I believe they never found the nuclear bomb that's somewhere buried in the muck and the mud after a crash off of Tybee Island, Georgia.
Get my metal detector out there.
So this, folks, this is such an educational show. You show me a show better than this pound for pound in this market, it doesn't freaking exist.
How far is it away from Atlanta, Georgia?
It's pretty
Well,
far. It's
pretty
by Savannah.
far.
It's
Yeah,
on the ocean.
Yeah, it's coastal Georgia versus Atlanta's inland.
Oh.
All right, so listen to this. August 26th, this guy was, so the story's just coming out. So the Coast Guard spotted him 70 nautical miles off of Tybee Island, Georgia. And he was in his homemade hydropod. And this is as Hurricane Franklin was bearing down on the eastern seaboard. Reza Baluchi, not Belushi, but Baluchi, claimed that he was headed to London on this human-powered, like a gerbil wheel.
Dude, let him go.
This is like this contraption. And there's a criminal complaint that's been filed against him that it was afloat as a result of wiring and buoys from like West Marine or something.
This is a really intricate device. MJ, look.
It's not.
So it looks like he took...
It is not.
You
This
know
thing
those
was-
round things that they put hay in for like animals to
no,
graze?
it looks like these are round orange workout balls.
Right, but look at the metal structure.
Right.
So it's like an animal grazing pit that you put hay in.
This thing is
And
a
then there's the-
dilapidated homemade pile of crap that was going to come apart and kill the guy.
No.
Yeah. So listen to this.
This looks safe.
It doesn't look safe as F. Is that what you were about to say?
I was going to say AF, but yeah.
All right. So then it gets even weirder. They find this guy in a homemade gerbil hamster wheel contraption 70 miles off of the Atlantic while Hurricane Franklin is out there.
Right.
So as the Coast Guard approaches this guy, he threatens to kill himself. He pulls out a 12-inch knife and he's like, "Ah!" He's like, he threatens to kill himself with a 12-inch knife if anyone tried to approach him or apprehend him. Then he told the Coast Guard, I have a bomb on board. I'm going to blow it up.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Then you just shoot him out of the water at that point, right?
Yeah, this guy sounds totally normal and totally safe out there, Fester.
Captain Phillips's
So
ass.
I'm the captain. No. Yeah.
Look, this looks like a fun ride that if I had
70 miles off in the Atlantic with a hurricane bearing down.
That's
Yeah.
a little far, but if I
Yeah.
could manufacture these, I could rent trips at Clearwater Beach.
Yeah.
This would be a hit.
100 yards offshore, maybe. So, so the bomb was not real. He didn't have a bomb on board. So 3 days later, Bellucci, who was intercepted by the Coast Guard, at least 3 times previously, finally surrendered 3 days after the initial encounter. Apparently, he made news back in 2021. He tried to get from Florida to New York in the hydropod pod, and then washed up on shore 25 miles after leaving the east coast of Florida. What a nut job. Oh, Spirit Airlines. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news from Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines is adding 4 more nonstop routes from Tampa International Airport. And you know what this means?
What?
4 more opportunities to charge you $100 for your carry-on bag at the gate.
Look, I flew Spirit a couple of weeks ago for the first time, and it was a tolerable experience.
That's what I want. In air travel, I want tolerable.
It
That's
landed.
That's a great commercial. Hey, Spirit Airlines, it's a tolerable experience. All right, yeah. Festive for Spirit Airlines.
Can you at least tell us where they're flying to?
No. All right, yes, I can. Charlotte, starting November 15th. Also, they're adding flights to Norfolk, Richmond, and Charleston, South Carolina. So there you go.
That's cool.
Yep. So that brings you up to speed on the nickel and diming of Spirit Airlines. And I think we're done. We have a lot of stuff left over, but that's our story every single day. But that means we have a lot of stuff for tomorrow, plus all the new stuff. Folks, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate you checking out the show. Spread the word. Tell everyone you listen to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. If you want to get a hold of me, MJ at MJMorningshow.com. Give me a follow on Instagram. I'm certified MJ Radio, and let's be careful out there.